as I begin recording. So, I'm not going to do a recap, we're just going to get straight back into the fight. I will activate the Crescent Crucible map there. And those of you watching the VOD can just watch a previous session and keep up to date with what's going on.
Fish, murder, fish, murder, fish, murder.
Yes.
Gamma Craig.
I was worried you were going to say, I'm not going to do a recap and jump into another recap, like a previous unmentioned, just last time session.
We're so proud.
Oh my god.
He's learning.
So, as Dharma Crag breaches, you will see it in its terrifying glory. You see a red-scaled, fish-like creature with hard, armoured, chitinous plates surrounding its head and parts of its body. Teeth are more like parts of the armour plates on the head than true teeth. They are razor sharp, possibly able to even cut through chainmail or metal. So, first up is Vellum. What are you doing?
Well, I'm swimming, apparently. Okay, so unless you have a swim speed, it's double movement to move, right?
Yes.
Correct. It's like difficult terrain with 3D, and also sometimes current.
Are these pillars climbable as have been in previous rounds?
Yes. Hang on 1 second. I'm just gonna adjust the difficult terrain so it should automatically calculate it. There you go.
Nope. I also forgot to turn. Well, I didn't forget to turn. I forgot to turn on the effect. I did turn this on. There we go. All right. And I'm gonna scoop. And how high up is it? Where I am?
It's about. It is 5 feet tall.
And oh, how deep's the water again? I'm still at 0.
The water is 20 feet deep.
Okay, so
and from the surface of the water to the top of the pillar is about 5 feet.
So it costs 10 at movement.
Up there, so I've spent 20.
Why would you have spent? No, you would have spent 10.
No, I spent 20 overall. 10, no, 30, yeah, sorry, that's all my movement, yeah. I did math wrong. I was looking at the numbers the game presented me with.
You weren't adjacent to the pillar?
Nope, I was over here, hence the silhouette.
Oh man, I couldn't see that. I'm sorry, I thought you were right next to it. Ignore me.
Oh, it's fine. I got misled by the numbers it gave me. It didn't calculate it automatically, apparently. Which is fine, because the fish is going to be drowning in air in a second. Okay.
Speaking of drowning.
I'm now 25 feet up. And I have an action. Is the fish visible? Like, is it above the water, or is it underwater on its
It's just sort of splashed on the just through the surface of the water. You can see it about 5 feet beneath the surface now. This massive sort of maroon-coloured shape.
Okay. Well, Angus is clearly doing something, so I'm gonna be a distraction. And as a use object interaction, I'm gonna pull out a javelin. And I'm only going to get one of these, so multi-attack is useless to me. But it's a javelin. Hit.
Nice.
There's a pinprick of shimmering light just into its side. And that'll be... Yeah, that'll be me. I still got 10 HP, so I don't need fighting spirit yet.
Alright. Let's see, at the end
Not
of...
my turn, game.
Hang on.
Yeah, I hit enter.
There we go. Let's see, end of your turn, it can't do much, there's nothing within range, so... Angus.
Okay. As I'm down here, not able to swim.
It's a problem.
A problem? But the held spell goes off.
Alright, so Angus, you've been holding this spell ever since the water's begun rising. The anticipation building, and you prepare for the impending battle. You step forward, begin to pray. Your devotion to the ancestor gods is very evident in this solemn demeanour here. And suddenly,
he did not break concentration.
Indeed.
When he's drowning.
Okay, he can hold his breath.
It's only been a couple of seconds, but he is fully submerged, still on a knee at the bottom of the pool, because Angus can't float.
And you raise your holy symbol as the rising water submerges your head, and as Vellum throws his javelin, you all see this bright point of light beneath the water's surface, and a hush falls over the crowd as the once calm water here begins to stir, creating ripples that quickly grow out into these towering foamy waves. The water begins to surge, steam rising as it suddenly is just cleaved down the centre, splitting apart into a wide trench that tears through the centre of the arena. The waters tower high, reaching up and splashing against the mysterious invisible barrier generated by the obsidian pillars. For those unlucky enough to be caught in this churning water, this powerful current is threatening to drag you away and under. I need everyone except Saoyun and Angus to make a strength saving throw, please.
Oh no,
You
do I get
correct
any
me, I'd be falling from the water surface to the floor.
Do I gain any benefit from being higher up?
You're on the pillar?
Actually, you are on the pillar, so you don't need to make a saving throw.
Oh, sweet.
I
thought it might have just like
Oh, well,
risen and
shit.
flushed over me.
Does anything happen to me because
I'm
I'm
fucked.
water walking?
Because you're water walking, you don't need to make a saving throw.
Okay.
Of course.
Don't worry, I've got this. Whoosh. Oh no. Where
So-
did the jar go?
So that would just be.
Look on the bright side.
I need Liska to make a strength saving throw, please.
If it's going down one way, it's going up the other, so you're
right,
just...
I missed that. Okay, so Liska and Jar, both of you are dragged by the current, and you impact the side of the wall here.
I need to make rings of water walking for everybody.
Have the utility.
Okay, so doing some quick math, this went from 20 feet to
Like all the way up, probably.
50
Pretty
feet
much.
deep. Yeah.
Great.
Yes.
Kroger's mushed against the ceiling.
Actually, where does this is actually a very pertinent question. At what point in time, how high above this pillar is the invisible ceiling?
Right. I will actually
Because you might not be able to push the water this far back.
because I have a diagram here that I discussed with Angus. I need to find it and scroll up a bit.
Well, let's just say, let's
not.
not bog it down, and let's just say 50 feet. It's fine. 50 feet.
Oh, here we go. I found it.
I have it in a recording.
There you go.
Bird and jigger.
I find it a little bit interesting that it's pulling them down. I'm thinking that
Yeah, it would sort of scoop them up and up towards the sort of invisible force field, wouldn't it?
It's basically a tide.
Yeah.
yes, I was thinking right behind the pillars, closest towards the wall, it would be going up rather than down.
Oh, I see.
So that would be.
So if that's the case, I was thinking rather than rule as you want, but just constructive thought. If you sort of imagine how it would pull apart and it's ripping it up rather than pushing it down and creating the suction, it would shoot them up
Yes, that's it.
and
That's
forward
that.
towards the middle line, towards the pillars, rather than slamming them down in the wall.
I guess it kind of depends on two things, because oh gosh, this is getting into like liquid physics. So when water's moving,
Hey, I'm controlling the water. Can I control which way it suctions?
You know what?
Because I would, if I'm consciously able to control the water as I am, I would like not to slam my friends into the wall.
It is specific
I would at
wording
least
of
like
the
to
spell.
throw them. If I'm going to do anything, throw them forward onto the dry land and towards the fish I want them to kill.
Let me see
so kind
something.
of like an undertow-ish, where it's cycling from down to up, like it's pulling underneath and pushing forward on top.
Yeah, upward vertical movement. So you can think of it as a spiral. That it's very much like an undertow, where the current
Hang on, just
would be.
take
Okay. I'm thinking for those able to listen. Sides clockwise, so it's creating that motion that is allowing the inside walls to be lifting up. You're on your Janner, pause, Janner, pause. Voice mod.
Oh, yeah.
There you go,
Suddenly
buddy.
became a big burgly deep.
Sorry about that.
Not a problem. But just to clarify, I was thinking that the insides towards the parted water is pushing up on each respective side. Because I mean, how am I lifting the water up if I'm pushing it down from the center, right? Which would then lift them up and throw them forward. So
Okay, so
hopefully throw them into the channel.
So what I will say here is you can
Absolutely.
indeed kind of throw them up and over. We'll say sploosh right there. Sploosh right there. However, you both do, because since you both failed that save, I will say you both fall prone.
That's fair.
I'll absolutely take that, rather than you guys getting stuck in a riptide and drown.
And I will modify
This
the
is
difficult terrain.
Alright, he's flopping. Let's get him.
Oh, he's a flopping fish.
And indeed, as the massive waves part, Dharma Krug just falls to the ground with a thud and starts just flailing, gulping. You can see that the massive sharpened jaws kind of forcibly, instinctively gulping for air.
Yeah, take that, Craig.
Rune of Wheel. Okay.
Just in case I need to worry about that concentration save.
Yep.
Smart.
Okay. Is that your right? Deja.
Yep, and I pass it forward.
Well, okay, I'm getting up. 5 minutes of my movement. I want to cast. What? I'm gonna cast Hold the Dead on this creature.
Okay.
It.
I should also note that there is an audible shock and awe gasp from the audience, and immediately you start hearing cheers and sort of a chanting of the name of your group. Hammer strike, and you see various bookkeepers just running around trying to gather coin for new bets being made or being altered.
I think.
Increased by nothing.
Decreased by nothing.
Okay, there we go.
No!
There we go.
And I'm going to.
Did you mention
Since that was a.
twice?
Man, that's almost perfectly average. Holy shit.
Wow.
I did indeed.
That is
I did mean to do it
impressive.
twice.
This
Yes,
whole thing should be.
because this is such a spectacle here.
Okay.
I'll fill that
Did
back
that.
yet, boys.
I'm gonna try and get onto this pillar here.
Crag sort of roils and tries to roll over in reaction to this this Toll the Dead.
How high are the pillars? With the now there's no water.
Right now, the pillars are 25 feet tall.
Damn.
Don't forget your half movement is getting up.
Yeah, I know. Misty, step up there.
Okay.
Sure. Because you used a cantrip, so you find it poof.
Oh, I forgot. I need to fix that shit.
Snick has vanished from this mortal realm.
There we go.
But yeah, I
I
think
don't even know where
in
she
the turn.
went.
She's here, but she's invisible for some reason.
I have no idea why. I'm supposed to be on top of the pillar. I did.
Yeah, you're at the right height. You are there, so I guess it doesn't matter. But visually, there is no problem.
Probably the invisible door things with the stone-shaped enchantment.
Yeah, I think it's bugged.
Probably move me
Oh,
to
well, we can just,
somewhere adjacent to it. Doesn't matter.
In future, we can just move it there.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
It's Craig's turn. What you gonna do,
Does
Craig?
it have a land speed?
That's a good question.
Does it say speed anything or only
Nope.
swim?
Also, it's gone up to Vellum again.
What the
That's
fuck?
weird.
What?
It's going backwards. What?
It keeps it just keeps going back to the top.
Yeah,
of the
yeah. Okay. This guy.
Nope,
There you go.
too far. Oh, I guess Craig doesn't do
Hold
it.
on, start over. This is bullshit.
So let's get started.
Yep. Liska, you're up.
Right. Liska, being Liska, is going to see this opportunity, and she's going to. Let's see.
Why is it measuring you from the back wall?
I have no idea. On my screen, I'm up by the pillar.
Because we're
Oh yeah, I see you there too. Oh yeah.
Oh, Jenner might have. Yeah, might have.
Yeah,
I was like, you have more distance than that.
Why is it not? God damn it! I hate it. They can't waypoint. Oh well. Oh, there it is. It's finally allowing me to. Okay. And how big is this fish? Oh, he's big. He's big.
the real big
Oh, yeah.
fish. Oh yeah, this is your first time seeing it.
You could use it as a mount.
Yeah, but that's just not my style.
I mean, anything could be a mount if you try hard enough.
Giggity.
Not this again.
Even Liska.
I'm just gonna stop using that word as well as right.
So Liska is going to, because she has a flying speed, just hover above the ground and just like fucking sidewinder like above the ground until she rights herself while flying, which I don't think costs half your movement. Because she doesn't have to like push herself up and stand up. She just like rotates herself.
Yep.
And then she's gonna attack this poor prone fish. Like, it just feels bad, man.
Poor Damocrog.
The obsidian jaw, but also the crusty lump.
At least giving it a little bit more of a fighting chance.
I'm gonna just be real. We're pulling this fish.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's just like she sits there. She finishes swinging and she just like. She kind of looks back at Angus, just kind of like, I don't know, man. and that's gonna be it. That's gonna be Liska's turn.
Yeah, Damocrog just has no choice but to just take it. Doesn't.
So, how far up am I?
No.
Oh yeah, he's at the top.
Oh yeah. You are now about fucking hang on. Let me fucking count.
It should be 50 feet.
15, 20.
Where even is Grunk? I can't even see.
Yep, 50. You are 50 feet up.
Okay. That is quite far up. Oh hello, that's a fish. I can now see everything. I guess I'm just gonna like walk over here and then like
It's very difficult to walk on roiling waves, which does cause it to be difficult terrain for you.
Right.
But Grunk is surfing right now without a board.
Yes, I am. So these pillars are 25 feet tall, right?
Yes, from the bottom of the arena.
So I'm like half, right? So it's like halfway up the waves. I guess I don't really know what to do from up here because like I don't really want to jump down.
If you have just odd thought, if you have water walking, could you climb down the water?
That is a very interesting idea.
I mean, if you're skilled enough, you could probably.
This is where I have to point out what the Ring of Water Walking actually says.
Yeah, it just allows me to walk on water. It doesn't make water into like a solid surface for me.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the thing.
It is an interesting.
Yeah.
Like what is the surface of the water? But anyway.
Does that mean he could, if he can walk on the surface of the water, can he do like a spider climb thing and walk on it sideways?
Probably not, because I can't walk on like a wall, and it'll technically just be a wall.
Give
But-
a thought. Give a thought. Could you not like slide down it like a cliff?
It depends how steep this is. If it's like
it's
90 degrees.
It's not 90 degrees, but it is fairly steep. It's like a sort of a steep curve down to the ground.
Right.
So he could simply slide down right onto the pillar.
Potentially,
I could.
if you could make me an acrobatics check.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. That's probably what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna like, slide down there
Ball
and
style.
Let's see, acrobatics check.
Mhm.
Let's see, acrobatics. Yes.
7.
That's a 7.
You
Shit.
Oof.
you take 19 points of bludgeoning damage, and you fall prone.
Oh. Alright. Yeah, that is the full as well because I'm not raging. Okay, well, I guess it's just my turn because I'm just gonna like fucking clutch my way down there.
Oh no, poor Grunker.
Well,
Alright, Sayun, what are you doing?
So I was just going to be confused at first with the fact that, yeah, the water just rose up and was like covering the entire thing, and then suddenly as it parted, she literally just slowly lowered to the floor. Just, okay. But she is not going to miss the chance to pelt a motherfucker. How the fuck did that miss?
I'll say
He's
for
still heavily
flavour.
armored.
I'll say for flavour, it does strike the side of the side of Dharma Crag, but just seems to splash harmlessly over it. Very heavily armoured fish.
Flash.
Masters of my
It has no
universe.
effect.
Oh no.
Let's try this.
Oh nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
it's
is,
going to be pushed 5 feet towards Angus and Briska.
of course.
It's in range. You had it anyway because you're big, but
It just kind of flops over onto its side, just shoved across the ground with this wet slap.
That is all I can do. I'm in a prime position because I got range. It can't move.
All right, well,
Has anything verbally or over the earrings been discussed about the water so far? Just so I'm in the loop.
Yeah, you probably would have heard like Liska and Angus's interaction, except when he. Yeah, what you see is what you see and hear.
Okay, well, he will earring to Angus. How long's this water going up for? How much time I got? With your bones, you are muted.
damn it. I took a sip and I muted myself on that instead of just meditate. I'll just say, oh, at least the rest of the fight, long as I keep my focus. You see him tap his head from across the way.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm just reading what was typed. Nothing. Okay. So wait, I wouldn't have heard that part about the whirlpool because it was said quietly. Got it. Well, he says it's going.
Over the hold on. That would have been said over the whole earring. In hindsight, the roaring water, him quietly just talking him to her 15, 20 feet away wouldn't be heard.
Yeah,
So that
exactly.
would
That's
have
what I'm
been
saying.
just
I
said over
wouldn't
the
know
earring.
about the whirlpool part of that conversation. I just know what Angus has just mentioned. So
Redaction, he would say, would you rather the whirlpool over the earring? There's no way he could have said that to her spoken. That was a player oversight. You would hear him say that over the earring.
Okay, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. Give me a couple of rounds before you, a couple of bit of time before you do the whirlpool. I got an idea. And then he's going to scoot. So, where the water used to be was 5 feet down from here.
yes.
Being a 6-foot man, could I, lay over the edge and stab some javelins into the side about where the water's edge would be?
What's it?
Really
Either that
wants
or I
that
gotta climb all the way back down.
Really
which is
wants that running jump.
Oh no, I'm not going for the running jump. Don't worry, I have a different plan.
I may be stupid. I'm not sure what you're asking here.
Okay, so imagine you've got the edge of the pillar. If Phelim laid over the edge of it and reached down, would he be able to jam some javelins into the side of it at the level that the water would normally be? Or would I need to climb down?
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I will say, just give me an athletics check to see if you have the strength to sort of jab it into the stone.
Can do.
18 into the side of the one of the pillars here.
That'll take my action to do?
Yep. I'll
Alrighty.
probably say that would take your action to do, yeah.
Well, that was my use object interaction and my
Actually,
main action.
you know, I'll just say that's an attack.
I mean, it's short as it is long. I only have one object interaction
Okay.
for the
Yep,
turn,
yep,
so... well, first things first, I'm going to have it angled downward, obviously. That should be me. I'm just trying to figure out how to track my ammo without tracking my ammo. I had 10 originally. I'm just going to remember that.
Alright.
I am prone currently, though, so I do need to mark that.
Angus, what you doing?
Unmuting. I would like to try and stoke the crowd a little bit.
Ooh, okay.
Where is that? I don't know if you want like a persuasion, performance, what, but you just, behold, a blacksmith magical mastery of the elements. With flame I heat metal, and with metal I quench and part the water, and from it I turn water to air. They bend to my will to create or destroy.
So, 6 seconds, but I'll allow it. Yeah, really cool.
Yep.
Just go ahead and make me a persuasion or performance check.
I'm better at
Your
persuasion,
choice.
so I'll take the option.
Sadly, I can't give you a +4. You're too
That's
far
fine.
away.
16.
12. Fuck. Well, no, I can guidance. No, I can't. 12.
12. Actually, it would be unreasonable to say that this whole entire spectacle here wouldn't give you advantage. So, roll again.
That's fair. Awesome. $18.
18. Very nice. There's a number of oohs and ahs and celebrations throughout the audience. You can see, in fact, you do notice one unusual sight amongst the audience. A dwarven nobleman is among them, who has immediately seems to take notice of this, and you see his big old bushy eyebrows sort of raise and reveal these tiny little beady eyes, as it's probably for the first time in a long period of his life. He seems to have he seems fully enthralled by this performance, this spectacle. He kind of signals to another bookkeeper, and another exchange of gold is had.
Nice. Money.
We see him kind of whisper to one of his companions here. All right.
So you're saying it was this guy?
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying it is.
Alright. Hell yeah.
Alright. Next up, Dejar, what you doing?
Well, I don't know why I'm still invisible, but okay.
I could try and add you, re-add your token to the field. See if that,
Don't worry.
see if that works. There we go. There's the shot. So your initiative is 17, 15.
Ready? I'm going to do lightning bolt.
All right.
Fifth level.
Yep. Nice, nice. Let's see, it's going to use its first legendary action legendary resistance to succeed on that, because that's the only thing it can do.
Poor gay.
Well,
But
I think that'll be my.
still, you see this is just like a lightning-shaped scorch mark over the top of the armored hide of this beast.
Good enough. And I think that'll be the end of my turn there.
Okay. Well, now that Liska is within range, it's going to vainly lash out, bite at Liska.
I'm assuming at disadvantage since it's.
Yeah, this would be with disadvantage, I'd say.
Why with advantage?
Oh, it's still missed with the advantage one, so.
Let's see here. Attack. So, since I mistakenly rolled the second attack, but that one missed, we'll consider that one the disadvantage one. So I'll take off that damage. Okay, so lashes out, but you kind of hold out your shield, and these razor sharp teeth against your shield. The shield, the metal of the shield almost sort of creaks, but thankfully it's magical, so isn't damaged.
That's it, motherfucker, if you hurt my shield.
Yeah.
Liska's attitude will suddenly change very dramatically.
Yep. And it's going to try to make a second bite attack. It'll say with disadvantage, I'll try and hold down the control there. Oh, fuck's sake, did do it. But still missed anyway.
It still would have missed her.
Yeah. There we go.
Alright. Liska's gonna beat on this poor fish. Just, yeah. Boop. Why didn't I with advantage?
Oh, hang on. It's because it applied the restrained and grappled to you.
Gotcha.
So yeah, if it would have hit, you'd be restrained and grappled by its jaws.
Gotcha. So that's the advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So that's still Liska's first attack. And second one. 2 and 3.
So slicing away at its armored head.
And then Liska's going to move here. Object interaction to grab Angus.
Okay.
Wow,
Upsize.
you're objectifying
Upsize.
men. How dare you?
Upsize!
Uppies!
Uppies.
Please.
So with that, she can go 20 feet up. And 5 feet over. Still 10 feet away from the pillar, but she can at least get 20 feet up.
Okay,
With
nice.
Angus.
Not my turn, so you have to move me about, Jader.
Oh,
Also, I sent you a DM on Founder. Are you able to get me up there?
No, it's well. I get tech. I don't know.
Throw me.
My reach is 10 feet, so maybe.
Yes.
I'll say
him on the end of
just give me an athletics check to see if you can throw him.
Toss me.
Toss me.
Don't tell the
no
elf.
issue, no issue.
Tell the orc.
And Angus, Atlas, yes, I do.
Fantastic. As he's kind of just chucked up there. Thanks, everyone, to a pillar. Don't be in the water.
All right.
Right.
Next up is Runka. What you doing, Runka?
I'm gonna stand up. Let's see. Let's see. Stand up. I don't get rid of stand up. Jenner,
Yes.
how do you get rid of the stand up thing? Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, if you go up to the top right, you should see the icon, and if you just right click that, just
Okay.
delete it.
That's it, so that's half my movement. And half, so I can move 20 feet. What? I'm touching it, right? Like I'm touching the squares.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
So you finally get to hit something.
I do. And it's just this sad fish on the ground.
Just walks up. This is what I waited for.
Dang it.
The one combat where he doesn't feel anger, just disappointment.
Runka disappointed
Frustration
in
is
his
a full
mood.
Sure is.
You went through your primordial rage as well, or just normal?
I'm gonna use it for this.
Oh, feel like
so
it.
disappointed. He doesn't want to use his real. Oh my god.
Not worth it.
Oh, worth it.
Smack it and whack it and chop that beast.
Roof is probably the only one that can be in the water for what I'm about to do.
Probably.
Go to the surface. I mean, he'll be surfing it wildly, but
Yeah, but that'll be cool as fuck.
As you shook against the hide of the armored hide of this fish, you can see these sear marks straight through the skin of the beast. All right, Sayun, what you doing?
I'll start by unmuting. Vellum did put in the thing for his pillar.
I
Where?
put a javelin in, yes. I plan on putting another one in. So if
Can
you're
I
getting
get
up here, get up here now.
Yeah, can I get up there with just one?
just one
It's
spike
about
sticking out the south end.
20. It's about 20 feet up from that current position.
You should be safe to climb up because I've got the spike pointing downwards.
Yes,
So it's on this edge.
Now, bearing in mind, there are, like I said before, there are also handholds on the sides of these pillars that you can use to climb up.
Yeah.
I am gonna just...
You can at least get most of the way up before the water goes. And then
I'm
Bell can help you do
gonna...
it.
I'm gonna take the whole of the move and dash to get
Alright.
up. So, just... Whoop. And...
Alright, on top of the pillar. Vellum. Another.
Oh no. Come here often. Yes, I will jam a second one into the pillar. Sort of like a little bit, like spaced out from the other one.
Mm-hmm.
He will go over the earring to Anger's like, clockwise, please. He'll sort of wave to the spikes he set up. But do I need another roll to jam the second one in?
Yep. Athletics check, please. 21. Easy enough. Easy enough to do. Whereabouts do you say you were putting this one?
Sorry, I'm just editing the number. Give me a second. They're pointing downwards on the south part of this.
Okay.
Don't know if you can see my measuring tool, but
yeah, I see.
So I've spaced them out in some manner, so that there's like just two of them jutting out downwards, and like vertically downwards as well at an angle.
So like here and it's like it's not the one. Okay, yeah, I see.
Yeah. So there's two on this side, and they're both pointing outwards and downwards at an angle.
There you go, yeah, draw on the line.
That's what I was trying to find. I forgot that lines exist. Let me get the fucking measuring tool. No, measuring tool, drawing tool. Why are you not letting me select you? There we go.
Yeah, I was having trouble with that for some reason. I can't get off of token controls.
So
Oh, I see. Well, okay. Yep. I see.
yeah.
All right then.
And then I'm gonna stand up. I don't know if I want to be prone for what's about to happen. Because I get on the right controls. Game, why are you doing this to me?
Remember, you can select your token, go up to the top right.
Yeah, I know, but it's not letting me select myself for some reason.
I can't select anything either. Or change my selection or drawing or anything. I'm refreshing.
Yeah, it's maybe Foundry's. Oh, I think Foundry's just having an issue. Maybe.
Maybe it is. Unless you refresh it.
Okay, so there's the measurement. It should let me. Nope. Maybe because I drew the image and the image is technically in the way.
Maybe, yeah.
Can I undo them? I'd like to be able to.
Try selecting like a different thing, like measurement controls, and then go back to token controls. That sometimes happens.
That's the strange thing. I click measurement and drawing tools and it doesn't do anything. But if I click the thing and then click the little box, it selects the tool. It's being very weird. Anyway, I'm where I need to be for the moment. I can worry about that later.
Okay. Angus, what are you doing?
Oh, refreshing words. He has the two spikes down there.
Yeah,
I said everyone get out of the water, and Grunka ran in, so he's cool with that. Eliska's above the water level, so everybody but Grunka, who's intending to smash, is above where the water line would be if it released, correct?
I believe so, yeah.
Alright, that's my thought. So, he's gonna say over the earring, specifically, no, he'll say it to everybody. Grunka, take a deep breath! And with that,
What?
he's going to...
He's gonna exhale.
He is going to... the opposite. He is no longer going to be using his action with parting water. Instead, he's going to start a whirlpool. His arms, he's holding this searing hot holy symbol hammer above his head, and he starts spinning it like you would rally troops. And as it does, in that clockwise fashion, the ends begin to twist over and over as it forms this massive whirlpool.
As water just begins surging and surging around the edge of the arena here. Let's see. Does Liska need to do anything? What does the spell do here?
She's 20 feet in the air.
Oh, yep. Yes.
She flew up.
Never mind. And let's see. What happens at the center of the pool? Remind me.
Bad shit.
Let's see. All right. Yes. Requires a body at least 50 square feet and 25 deep, so we're totally fine. It's way over that. It causes a whirlpool to form in the center of the area. The whirlpool forms a vortex that is 5 feet wide at the base, up to 50 feet wide at the very top, and 25 feet tall. But that's up to. So it's only going to be up to 20 feet tall. Any creature or object in the water and within 25 feet of the vortex is pulled 10 feet towards it. The creature can swim away from the vortex by making a strength athletic check against my DC. When they enter the vortex for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there, it must make a strength save. On a fail save, it takes 2d8 bludgeon damage and caught in the vortex until the spell ends. When it's a successful save, the creature takes half damage and isn't caught in the vortex.
Okay.
A creature caught can use its action to swim away, as described above, but has disadvantage on checks to do so. First time each turn an object enters the vortex, the object takes 2d8 bludgeoning damage. Occurs each round it remains in the vortex.
Okay, so you might have to remind me when it comes to Dharma Crag or Brunker's turn.
Absolutely.
Put the thing in chat,
That in the party
just
chat.
so we have a reference.
Yes,
Yep,
please.
I'm absolutely doing that right now.
And does that take your action or bonus action to do?
It is an action to change this type.
Okay.
So that is his use of the spell.
Alright then. So, as it comes to Dajar's turn.
Alrighty then. Another Toll of the Dead.
Nice.
Gong.
Yep. You watch as these black veins sort of form around the armored head of Dharma Crag, and as it's kind of scooped up within the within the vortex, it sort of shakes its head, splashes its tail around, looks like it's getting its bearings in the water once again.
And out in my turn.
Okay, so it needs to make a strength saving throw, correct?
Yeah, that's what the spell says.
Strength. Oh no, make a strength check. Athletics against the spell DC. Okay, so it's going to
Oh yeah, okay.
make an athletics check.
Hang on, it's muted. It's an athletics check against my DC.
Okay, your DC is 19.
It should be. Yes.
Let's see, athletics
It is.
21.
Ooh.
Okay, so
Strong finish.
Oh,
sorry.
any creature or object is within 25 is pulled 10 feet towards it. They can swim away from the center if they make that check.
Okay.
So it now can move if it wants. However, it must make a strength saving throw in addition.
Okay, so strength save. It's
2d8 bludgeon.
Does take half damage, yeah.
Okay, so
Ooh.
roll 2d8. So 12 points of bludgeoning damage as it's thrashed against the center of this.
It fails.
Yes.
Mhm.
It
And now
fails
it's
the.
caught in the vortex.
Wait, so
It's
The first check
weird.
you succeeded on, so you take half that damage.
So the first check
No.
was to swim away.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it takes.
Any creature or object in the water within 25 feet is pulled 10 feet towards it, can swim away from the vortex with that. However, when a creature enters the vortex for the first time,
Oh, yeah, you
on
are correct. I
turn,
got it the
or
wrong way
starts its turn there,
Okay.
it must make a strength saving throw. It failed. On a failed save, it takes 2d8 bludgeon and is caught in the vortex until the spell ends.
I apologize. I have mixed them up.
Until the spell.
Oh,
so it's just
the first athletics check is during the initial forming, and then
That's right.
every subsequent turn after that, you have to make a strength save, or you're caught in the vortex, and the pull starts happening again with the damage.
Okay.
So that would have been, I guess technically he would have done that save when this is first to get out of the center.
But he couldn't move.
Yeah, so that sucks. And then there's the save because he started his turn, so he has to make that save no matter what.
Okay.
And now he's stuck in the vortex.
Yeah,
Right. Okay then.
PC, baby.
Well,
and now
Creature
and now
caught
he
in the
has
vortex can use its
disadvantage.
action to try and swim away, but has disadvantage on the strength checks to do so. So now he has to spend his action if he doesn't want to get stuck in the middle of the whirlpool spinning around.
right. Okay then. Well,
Fun stuff.
I should have used a legendary save there, but I didn't say so. So
It was
I'm
very
a little bit
confusing.
grateful.
yeah.
Like it was very
Yeah,
confusing.
it is
like,
confusing.
happens.
I had to read over it, and I was just going sequential because it's the least likely for me to fuck something
yeah.
up.
This guy is above the fish,
Yep.
and she will attack the fish. And then she's also going to look down and see Grunka and be like, Grunka, do you want out? Guess not. And she's going to attack. Yeah. I don't. I'm just going to do this in normal attack. I don't think advantage or disadvantage because it's weird.
Yep.
So. Right. 1, 2, and a 3. Oh, this is the last one. Cool.
Literally, well, almost literally like shooting fish in a barrel.
Yep. And I think that's concerned. And I don't think. Yeah, this is totally forced movement. So the world, she wouldn't be able to attack it for moving in her space because of the whirlpool. So that's her turn.
Yep. Grunka, what let's see. Make me an athletics. Well, this would be strength saving throw, wouldn't it? No, this would be.
He's got water walking rings, so he's on top
Oh
of
no, yeah, he's got fucking. God, there's so many things stacking up on top of each other.
I think at worst it might be difficult to ring because it's constantly.
Yeah, yeah.
But besides that, he's on top of the surface, so I don't think he's that hindered from doing
I
it.
think actually, which way did you say this thing was rotating?
Clockwise.
Clockwise.
Right. Okay. So
Because
Grunker's going
Right.
for a ride.
yeah, Grunker's going for a ride.
you are on the surface. You start its turn, but you're not in the vortex. You're on top of
Oh, sure, but I'm sure there's a lot of water flying around.
it. Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of like you start your turn on top of an avalanche. You still kind of go sliding, you know?
Yeah.
Yes. Strength save, Jenner?
Hold on.
Well, you're on top of the.
Yes.
You're on the water, so
think
you don't need to
because
make a save.
You're not entering the vortex.
You're not
Well-
in the water, so
Well, then again, it's like it's sort of funneled downwards, isn't it?
Yeah, like you're
Surface.
saying, like it's like an avalanche. So I think he'd be.
Yeah.
I think he'd suffer the pull, but not the damage.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's like I'm
Okay.
standing on the spinning disc.
So make me a strength saving throw, please.
Grunker just keeps circling the drain. It's like,
I'm getting dizzy.
Well, Liska asked if he wanted out, and he didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Listen, I just have to hit something, dude.
Okay, so you only take half of
no damage.
2d.
No damage.
Oh, no
That's what we were
damage.
talking about.
Yeah,
Right,
it's
right,
just
right.
for the pull.
Right.
So
yeah, when you're in the water, not on top of it.
Okay, so
yeah, he
so
resists the
you're
pull.
so you're sort of steadily kind of very wobbly, sort of surfing on the side of this whirlpool.
Yeah, Crunk is
I-
foot surfing.
Yeah. So, Jenner, you know that scene in what is it? The second Pirates of the Caribbean movie?
Third Pirates of the
Third?
Caribbean movie with
yeah,
the
when
whirlpool.
when the two ships are in the whirlpool.
Yep. Yep.
It's basically that, the fish on the one side and Grogu on the other side.
Grogu's just running across the top of the water.
Yeah.
Come Hexhard, I stab at thee.
We're gonna need to see
Wow,
Grunk in
that
a Jack Sparrow
reference,
outfit.
God, just
I'm old, okay?
this
No, that's fine.
this entire spectacle. I'm going to give Angus inspiration for enabling all of this.
Yes. Let's.
This is a lot better than parting the water. Yeah.
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 Action packed.
Yes. Yes. Let's see.
Ooh, get fucked.
God damn.
Eat shit, fish fuck.
Grogu's back, baby.
Eat fire.
Yeah, I like how I
As-
imagine
As you,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I imagine he uses the momentum of the vortex and like kind of just stands there and then just slides into the fish, and then as he reaches it, he really like twists his body and like uses like the momentum to just do like a big gash on its side,
yeah.
and then just
What's the
continue
fucking-
spinning.
What's the name of the artist that did Virtual Insanity? I'm picturing that slow move toward
Ameriquai?
it. Yeah. I'm picturing that,
damn.
but just water.
Squeezing on in.
So
Yeah.
you see the sort of blood from the wound sort of begin to whirl around the entirety of the whirlpool, and it's at that moment as that blood diffuses through the water, it reaches Damakrag's face, if you will, and immediately seems to snap to attention, and this massive form starts to turn around in the water, the sort of pupils dilated as it senses blood in the water, but its own apparently, but it doesn't know that,
It's too stupid to know its own blood. Oh God.
and it's
so
so
blood.
and
It's a
it-
fish.
Just
This
my
thing
blood.
legit has 1 to 2 inch. Probably 1. It's a
You're right.
primordial fish.
Yeah.
so
I love
yeah,
it.
as its blood frenzy triggers.
Okay. Well,
Hey Jenner, money.
Yes, money.
Oh yeah. Do I get money for the whirlpool?
You know what? Make me another performance check.
Absolutely. Performance, or persuasion like last time.
Because this is more like a demonstration of your magical skills. I'll say either a performance or an arcana check.
Okay, let's see which one I can do.
12.
Uh, 11.
I'll give you inspiration as well, because once again you've sort of been riling up the crowd here with this this whole entire spectacle.
16.
I'm giving you advantage on. Okay, that would be enough.
Money.
Money.
I
Just-
misjudged how this whirlpool would work.
just-
I don't know how whirlpools work, guys.
Just
Guys,
barely
It's literally
squeaking by
the
with
first time we've ever used this.
Indeed.
It is called the
I mean, in
Big Suck
general,
for
I
a
thought it
reason.
might whip it outwards with force, not drag it inwards because I'm stupid. But you know what? It makes sense for a desert world to not know how the fuck whirlpools work.
Let's see, Grunka. Is that your turn?
yes.
Okay.
I don't think anyone could move if I wanted to. I mean, I could, but yeah,
Sayun.
I don't want to.
Alright. I guess I'm gonna shoot fish in a barrel.
All right.
Vortex.
Please do.
Something. Semantics. Yeet.
Embrace the fighter brain.
Nice.
Murder.
Let the
And
violent flow.
yeet.
Yes.
Seared fish.
Dang.
Okay, question.
Damn.
If Liska is riding it,
I'm not writing it.
She is flying.
She is flying above it. She is not getting any benefit from force move.
I need to ask in case this actually comes up. If I hit it with a force ballista and Liska is riding it, would that
It would
count
knock
as
her from
force?
under me.
Actually,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Oh no. Yeah, the plus the cover there would be probably from the water, because it's like 10 feet down in the center of this vortex here.
I think 19 didn't hit it last time anyway.
19 did not hit.
20. 20 or 21.
Yeah, something like that.
Something. That's all I can do, because moving is a dumb idea currently.
Yeah.
Currently.
Hey.
Hey!
I want to carp on about it.
This is a fun session.
Well, I ain't going in there, so. Oh, I already had it targeted.
Tide of the battle.
Okay, well, you know what? Use object interaction. I'm gonna eat another fucking jab of this bitch. Can't really get close to him anyway. And if he gets shoved over this way by currents, which who knows at this point.
Waterway to take on Dharma Crag.
Dang.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Well, that's me. The limitations of thrown weapons is definitely a bitch.
Angus.
Alright. I did send you a DM. Can you check that real quick?
Yes. There you go.
On both platforms, but they're the same.
Honestly, it's your choice, I would say.
I'll throw this one to the party. Would you rather over-the-top, lore, cool, sort of serious spectacle, or something more funny and silly and lighthearted? Funny? Okay.
Funny.
Yeah, we want camp, man. We're full on camp right now.
I mean, the crowd loves it, clearly, so.
Make it a show.
Oh, yeah. Then a show he will. He will reach into one of the little sacks of his armor and he will pull out a flask. And from it, he will take a sip and then upend it. And upend it. And endlessly it'll start to pour out and say, "Rail off! Now's the time of merriment and fun, of endless booze. How about we give the world something to drink?"
Okay.
Endless booze.
And he will attempt this.
I swear to God, this better.
You know what? You went for it.
You tried.
That would have been so cool, though.
Just turn water into wine or alcohol.
You missed 100%.
Yeah, I was gonna turn water into ale.
I mean, we went full Moses earlier, so it
I mean, it would have been funny as fuck, though. Just
Would have been
the
funny. Probably
the
terrifying,
alcohol.
considering this thing is already in a blood frenzy. I don't want it in a blood frenzy and drugged off its face. It will fear nothing at
It would die from alcohol poisoning.
Oh no.
It drinks with its lungs.
Good effort, though. Would have been nice.
Oh, it would have been fun. I wish I could advantage or do something with that, but for a good reason, you can't.
You've already gotten like 2-3 in a row. Like,
Hold on. Couldn't you do the fate thing?
that's only a D20.
Yeah, it's only D20.
Yeah, it's only
I think
D20s.
Janner worded that carefully because I'm in the party.
Very
yes,
careful.
and there's a very specific reason why
This.
the thing with your ring, Angus. That's set bonus.
You know what we need? We need to find the D100.
D100.
Yeah. Maybe
You need to
it
complete
can
the set.
upgrade. Maybe it can be any roll.
Oh no.
We need to complete the set with those.
Okay. Is that your turn, Angus?
So that's my action.
Okay.
I don't think there's a bonus action I can do if I check real quick. No, I don't think so. It's bonus action. He'll swig from his flask and laugh heartily.
Sadly, perhaps Rayloff's a bit too drunk to pay attention right now.
Not drunk enough.
Checks out.
All right, so that's all it is for me. Onward.
All right, Dejar.
Alright, so I'm gonna use blood puppetry at 6th level.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
Now, bearing in mind, this creature does look like a hardy beast.
It's the attempt that counts at this point.
Alright. It is going to use its second legendary action. Sorry, legendary resistance to save against that.
Eh. This was fun.
Burning its resistances.
I tried. Alright.
Hey, you're doing more than I am at the moment. I'm fucking a javelin
all
attack.
I can do, so that's it.
Alrighty.
Alright, Craig, what do you got?
It's, well, first off, it needs to make a strength saving throw to get out of that vortex. Let's see, strength.
Close. It was strength check.
Strength check. Okay.
Well, hold on. Strength saving throw. On its start, or take 2d8, and it's caught until it ends.
Hey, okay, hold
on
on.
success, yes.
So this is if it's not caught in the vortex. If it's already caught in the vortex, it automatically takes 2d8. And to get out, it has to make a strength athletics check to move. Otherwise, it remains in the vortex. And that takes its action.
Okay. Let's see.
So it
damage.
automatically takes the 2d8.
Yeah, so the first paragraph is when it forms. The second paragraph is when it is unaffected by the vortex, or it's not in the vortex, and starts its turn there, enters. And then the third paragraph is like if you're in there already.
Okay, so it needs to make a strength save now that it's taken the damage.
Yeah.
Alright.
Strength athletics check with disadvantage.
Oh, athletics, right, my bad. Let's see. Control, disadvantage. 14. Nope.
Oof.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
buddy.
In there, you bitch.
Or just
And that's its action.
yeah, it's just action, spin around. Do nothing. Actually, who's yeah, because Grunker's right there.
Red with blood and green with vomit.
Yeah. It's going to, I'll say, bite attack against Grunker with disadvantage.
So this is something to kind of bring up. In order to escape the vortex, it takes an action. If it wants to stay within the vortex, it can use its action to attack. Like, with do you want to instead attack instead of try to leave?
No, it's already done its escape attempt. It can't. It can't attack. Liska.
Alright.
That's a very good point. Thanks for bringing that up. It's also something to consider if the creature is smart enough to do that, like I'll stay here, or is it animal instinct is I'm spinning, get in control,
Exactly.
rather than lash out and bite. So yeah.
Let's see, so we want spectacle. Let's do something crazy. You know what? Let's do something crazy. Liska's gonna take a bonus action to reach in, pop open a potion.
Yeah, make sure to target yourself as well.
Oh yeah, I don't wanna...
Upended on the floor.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
And she's gonna do that, and she's going to... Okay, how do I fucking do this?
Strength. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And then she's like, there's just kind of like a rippling of her body, and she like snorts and blows out steam because, you know, fire giant. No, she blows out fire because she can. And then she's going to stab her sword down through the rear, kind of the back end of Dama Crag, and she's going to start using the directional momentum of the whirlpool to start bringing him forward, and she's going to try to spin in place to lift and bring him out of the water, spinning.
Oh, okay. Give me an athletics check, please.
Or if you can, throw him into the spikes.
Let's see.
Teamwork.
Speaking of if you can throw him into the spikes, how much does fucker weigh? And with that thing and her large frame bonus calculating as double, what's Liska's lift? Can she lift this thing and fly in the air?
That's a good point, actually.
Well, let's find out.
How much did
Might just be able to...
Leostius weigh?
Let's see here.
Why am I
do the math real
currently...
quick.
Why am I picturing that scene from...
About 4 tons, 3,600 kilograms.
That's nothing.
Damn.
25 strength, let's go, that's nothing.
Let's go. Big Mama just saying.
That's that's almost 8,000 pounds.
Oh yeah, she can totally do that.
That how she do. And so she's going to stab down, start spinning, and start lifting and bringing him out of the water. So she's doing that like wrestling move where you grab the guy by the feet and start spinning him around.
Oh no.
And she's going to... Okay, I don't want to... Actually, you know what? Fuck this fish. Liska is going to launch him upward and slam him into the invisible ceiling.
You watch as this ripple, very very similar to the previous times you've seen Wall of Force be cast, and it just starts dropping towards you.
Does that deal any damage to it?
You know what?
Getting fucking yeeted
It's like
super
fall
fast.
damage.
That's true. How tall
vertical
is the
fall damage.
invisible?
Vertical.
Yeah. How tall is the invisible ceiling?
It's from what you can see as Dama Crag hits it. I'll look for that diagram.
I'll let you just. How about this, Enter? I'll let you decide if it deals damage and how much.
It's about 65 feet up.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So would you say if you do like 6 dice worth of falling damage would be fair?
Actually, I will add on to that 2d10. Okay. So.
And then
this ripple just reverberates from the ceiling. The entire crowd cringes at this, and
I'm assuming that's like mostly my action.
Yeah, I would say that's.
Well, that's funny because I have action surge, motherfucker, and Liska's gonna catch this fucking fish.
Oh yeah.
And she's gonna throw him over here at the spikes.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, I
Okay.
appreciate it.
Luchadore.
I'll just say, just like roll me a d20 attack.
I just picture in Jenner's head, it's like, my boy.
My boy.
Oh,
So plus, I imagine this is plus strength, so that's
Yes.
a 25.
Yeah.
I have plus 14 strength right now.
Yeah. That'll do
Oh,
it.
sorry. Wait, that was my save. It's an 18.
Okay.
are we gonna accidentally kill this impaling it on wall spikes?
Okay. So.
Well, we'll find
18.
out.
18.
have potions.
You watch as Liska catches it and just throws it towards the pillar. However, it's you didn't. 18 is not quite enough to hit, so it just kind of slams up against the pillar. It does deal damage to bludgeoning damage from the pillar. So I'll say 2d, another 2d, 5 really. So it just sort of
when even the DM's just like, oh man, I wish they dealt more damage.
Yeah, you know, I've just embraced it at this point.
Pretty sure it's gonna have a concussion.
The massive armored skull of this creature slams into the side of this pillar, knocking away some of the stone from your near your feet, Vellum. And I'll say it doesn't hit the spikes, but it does kind of skip off like a pebble over the surface of the lake, and just skips over towards this side here.
I just want to do one final thing. Yeah, you know what? Fuck this fish. And Liska, after all this, is gonna like stand in the center, like floating in the center of the whirlpool. She's just gonna give like this huge bestial roar, and she's going to do her bear's ferocity on the fish.
Of course.
Oh my
Let
god.
it know fear.
Fucking Mama Bear just comes out.
It's going to use its last legendary save to resist that.
So Janner, is that worth any money from the crowd, or?
Oh yeah, definitely. This is it's cringe
Get
from
a
the crowd,
second bag!
and then an upswell of cheers from the crowd as well.
That was fun.
You gather that those that are that have put their bets against you are very much regretting their decisions right now.
They should.
As it should be.
Okay. Fucking hell, Liska. Inspiration to you. Alright, Grunka.
Oh boy. I do be raging, thanks game.
It likes to remind you every time your turn comes.
Yep. I would need a strength check to get out of this.
Strength saving throw. That will you automatically
Athletics.
No, you don't take damage. Strength save. Or
Yeah, athletics
Strength
to break out.
Athletics. Strength check.
okay.
Or strength athletics. To break free.
Okay.
You do have it. You do have an
You want to hit
advantage.
19. Nice.
No, there you go. Without issue.
Okay. Would this be difficult terrain to walk on?
I think it would still be difficult terrain because it is churning water beneath you.
I have a question, Janner. Since it's moving, would it have shifted him over to this side?
Let's see.
Well,
Like
if
in
it's
a round?
difficult terrain because it's moving underneath him,
Oh,
that seems fair.
yes, it would have shifted beneath you. So because you moved 3 spaces last time, so I'm moving you 3 spaces.
Save him some movement.
There you go.
Not like he's backpedaling. He's just trying to hold his bearings,
Yep.
not go under.
Right, effectively surfing on the water.
I sure am. So let's see. That would be 10, 20.
The actual measurement there might not be accurate.
Yeah, because you moved me, so
Yeah,
it
yeah.
doesn't lie. I'm just gonna measure it like. So it's 10, 20, 30. Let's see, where's this thing's. Okay, it's over there. Okay.
It's deceptively small. The box.
10, 20, 30, 40. Damn, I'm a little bit off. 5 feet off. This is gonna be very angry. Yes.
Do you have your barbed brand as active?
I do not. So let's see. I don't think I actually activated it, but I guess I can do that.
You can do it as a bonus action or as part of entering your rage.
I can, and now I can use my bonus action to activate it. Let's see, where is it? It is in my. It's in my items. Where is my features? No, it should be items.
Yeah, items.
There it is. Yes. I am now on fire.
Yeah.
All right.
Ow. Bernie, damage fast.
Sorry for laughing by the way.
Sion.
I'm taking fast damage. Okay.
Let's see.
Actually, considering that. So I'm just looking at the water level here. So I'll say you are at 20 feet there as well, Bunker. Okay. And I think at the end of Grunker's turn, it's going to make a. Actually, you were there first, Bellum. As it slammed its head into the side of the pillar, it's going to attempt to sort of instinctively bite out towards you as it passes.
I'm okay with this considering I am a lot hardier.
Nope.
Shields up. It's just Venom and Sal whispering to each other. It's like, hang on a sec.
Alright, Sion, what you doing?
Go for glory, girl.
You know what?
It's
fuck it.
it's looking like on the verge of death.
Problem is, I don't have anything that does non-lethal. All of my ranged options are by definition lethal. Magic is lethal.
I mean, it's within 5 feet. Smack him with your weapon. Don't you have a sword? Like a thingy at the... Why the fuck can I... Bayonet. Jesus, I couldn't remember that.
That hasn't been built yet.
But do you at least have a melee weapon?
I do. I'm just
There you
pull
go.
up my sheet because I didn't put it in my bar because surprisingly
You
I
got
don't
a buttstock.
I didn't do.
You can butt
that would
stroke
just
it.
be fucking weird.
An elbow drop on.
Here she comes with an RKO!
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna just try and have a stab at it. I guess
Alright.
I have a +1 dagger.
You
If
take,
this kills it,
you take out the dagger. Oh. You kind of donk it against the side of the head.
I'm gonna let Vellum here take the fucking blow.
And you haven't got as much glory
Let's
as
see,
everyone else.
at the end of
I'm just surprised it actually hit.
I kind of wanted it to finish it off. Just the dunk.
at the end of Sayun's turn, it's going to make another bite attack
Oh,
against
no.
this time.
The dunk.
This time, as it passes Sayun,
Uh-oh.
I mean, it was a big roll.
No.
I'm gonna go ahead. Oh god, I can soften the blow, but I can't do much else. I'm gonna spend my reaction to go ahead and try and intercept that a little bit.
all right,
Almost.
There you go. That's 13 less damage you would have taken.
all right, and
Almost makes it.
it clamps against your leg, Sayun. Right as you try to pull up the shield, but the jaws much too hardy, just bite straight through the shield and onto your leg as it begins sort of dragging you into the water with it.
Is there anything I can actually do real quick?
You spent your reaction to shield, sadly.
No, I'm thinking...
Oh, ring of shielding is just a passive. No, it is one reaction.
Yeah, it's basically shield on a stick, which is nice.
You know, when it doesn't roll 27.
You applied that
I got nothing.
to the turret.
So, okay, I got you.
Apply that to Sayun instead.
Well,
Righty, am I good to go? Is it done with its nom?
Yep, there you go.
well, guess you got your moment to save the damsel in distress.
Let's go
Not
push
a
a sow
rare
into the
occurrence.
water.
Not a common occurrence. So it's just like it bites up. Velen tries to just get in the way with the shield, but just the sheer force of the armored fish face and just pings him away, and he clamps him around. So it's like, oh, no, fuck off. He takes particular issue with people eating his friends.
Mm-hmm.
And just gonna go ahead and use this. And it's time to become a blender.
So, question here: is this going to be lethal or non-lethal?
Oh, it is so tempting to be lethal just out of sheer anger. But Vellum has a lot more control than he used to. A lot more self-control.
Yeah, okay.
Not much, but a lot. He's gonna make it hurt. He's not gonna kill it.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty, so and a 1E
Indeed, it's going to hurt.
and a 2E. And a you know what to do-E.
Wow.
Make that knockout blow.
It's
I'm not
fucking gone.
I like I just turned to blood spatter.
You got it on the second one, but
Not
you
done.
followed up with a third just to be
Just to be sure.
okay.
Non-lethal, they can still die from damage.
Oh, okay, fair. Well, can I flavor it as just like he keeps hitting it even though it's unconscious to try and get it to let go of Sal's leg? Because it's just like, nope, fucking get it off. And then just
I mean,
slithers him.
You hit it after it went down, so there's 2 saves. That's
was
also a crit.
That was just me being click happy, I think. I didn't realize it was dead after the second one. Anyway, flavor time. So just
How do you do it?
yeah. So he sort of moves in, almost sort of steps over where it's got over Sau's leg, puts a boot to its metal plated skull, and then just sort of where the I'm gonna shape it. It's got like an armored exterior, right? Almost like sort of scales or plating.
Sort of, yeah.
Or it's literal skull.
It's best you can tell, it's the plating itself is probably part of the skull. It's not like you can peel off the armor plates or anything.
Ah, damn, that's probably what I was gonna go for. But either way, still gonna shape it.
Yeah,
And
if you were to peel off the armor plates, that would definitely be lethal.
that would definitely kill it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
kind of why I was checking. But yes, boot onto skull, and the first one he sort of jams it sideways under the teeth, like slicing through a couple of them to cut around where it's got the leg, and then he will sort of wheel around it's sort of he follows the momentum with his arms, like both arms holding his blade, and then just with the full swing of momentum straight on the snoot and send it just sailing into the water.
Alright.
Right. Enough of that. I'm glad I didn't crit either of those attacks, honestly. We can't non-lethal crits.
There's
Yeah, you can.
the massive form of Dharma Crag falls limp in the water, and it surges around the whirlpool, crashing into the side of the pillar where Dejar is.
Bing, bing, bing.
And with that, the water begins to recede. The entire crowd cheers and just goes ballistic. As I get my notes back up here. You can see some fling flowers and gold pieces to you as you sort of as you one by one appear at the edge of the arena, which sort of resets itself with with this final thunderous drum beat. You see as the water's receding, you can see a pit open up, and a number of individuals sort of swim up and sort of very, very awkwardly try to grab Dharma Crag and sort of pull them back underneath the arena.
Vellum's gonna hold out a hand to Sao and help her up. Presumably not onto her numbed leg. That was a nasty bite.
Liska's gonna take out those
bite.
javelins before they're destroyed by the floor going back level.
Yeah, good.
you.
Good idea.
Well, I'm more worried about damaging the floor than my javelins, let's be honest.
I mean, even magical items have a limit, my friend.
I know.
Sao's just sort of lightly limpering a little, but she seems okay. She's just, well,
That sure was a fish.
There's raucous whistles and hooting from the applauding and from the audience. Others shout out in dismay and frustration as the bookmakers make their way throughout the audience to collect bets and coin from the various nobles. I'll also kind of move you over here.
this was an interesting fight, I will say that. Not just from the fact that it had water physics involved, but also that, well,
There we go.
Angus had a Moses moment.
Huzzah!
Fireworks.
Fireworks. You're gonna turn to Angus. How have you been holding on to that?
Oh, I had it prepared for couple weeks, maybe one, maybe two. Things started getting more damp, and I thought to myself, I'd hate if there was a river that the steam hammer couldn't cross. So I've just had it ready since.
Good spell to have.
I agree.
I should probably turn the sword.
I haven't. I just never got a chance to use it.
You notice Varesh.
It's a very...
Varesh seems to give a smirk and says something to Madame Zanzil, who sat next to her. And the older woman sort of rolls her eyes, says something back, maintaining a
Is
sort
Madame
of...
Zanzil the host? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, Madame Zanzil is the host. She strains to maintain a dour expression, but gives a nod that seems to indicate, oh, very well. And hands over a small tied-up bag.
Oh, they had their own personal bet going on.
There's this brief bit of...
That we don't kill any monsters, I'd be guessing.
There's this brief bit of conversation, a few gestures towards your group, and a nod from Zanzil.
Goes in, steps forward a little bit. Waiting, but takes off his little chef's hat.
Soggy chef's hat.
He waits for the two to finish their little conversation. Does it seem like it's done?
Seems like it's done. Varesh is currently making her way down towards your group.
He's gonna first approach Madame Zanzil
Okay.
with
So you
his hat off.
So you ascend up the steps towards Zanzil here.
Yeah, not too far. Just up a little bit. Would you be the Madam Host?
Zanzil sort of stands up, hands very, very sort of dignified in front of her. She nods. That would be true, yes. I am the owner of the resort.
Fantastic. I just wanted to take the opportunity to say thank you for hosting this event, allowing us to participate, and for the wonderful facilities we will be enjoying over the next few days with our Gold Pass. I am very grateful I'll make sure to tell the rest of the lads back in Mayland how fantastic it is here. Make sure they come on by vacation. Bring that fresh silver. And I would like very much, if perhaps next year or some time again, if this was exciting enough for you, to return.
I was about to ask if you would be willing to return. The spectacle was quite something.
Oh. I would be quite happy to. In fact, I am so grateful for this experience. I'm certain you have a plethora of wonderful chefs here. But I would love the opportunity to cook a series of dishes for you and our great Madam Host, as well as the master of our little troop here, he gestures to Varesh, a personal and spectacular dinner.
Go ahead and make me a persuasion check with advantage.
He makes a compelling case.
I make good food.
Yeah, you make a very
That's a good trick.
case.
I think he's just like, as she's mulling it over, he's singing that to himself. It's like, I make good food.
You notice throughout this entire conversation, her expressions has sort of become less dour, and she appears to be warming up to your presence. Very well. I'd be delighted. Varesh, perhaps you might be able to share some of your renowned spiced cookie recipes, yes? Varesh kind of nods and gives a low bow.
He will do much the same. He'll kind of look to her, do a little double, and he'll kind of like bow while looking at her and making sure he's got the form right for whatever the custom is here. And then look down and try his best to mimic it.
Varesh, if you don't mind collecting the winnings, please. Varesh nods. Very well. And very, very proudly sort of saunters off towards the bookkeepers.
Thank you so much for your time.
I do wonder what our
back
winnings
away.
is.
Significant.
And with that, Zanzil kind of gives you a respectful nod and sees you off. Says a couple of words to her guards. So, with that, eventually, the crowds are beginning to sort of filter out, and let's see. Let me calculate the amount of stuff that you get here. It's
From filling the pot and then having a bigger pot and almost filling the bigger pot.
Overflow.
Let's see here. Oh.
Money.
Oh.
Money.
A nice even number. Okay.
Maybe 50-50 chance.
It's either even or it's odd.
50-50, it's either...
That's the great thing about, odds. They tend to even out.
You motherfucker.
Yeah, so you can see some
Pun
people
had to
are
be played.
sort of filtering out of the cabin, exchanging money. You have a moment to sort of talk amongst yourselves here. As a number of nobles come up to you, congratulate you on the evening battle. Another questions whether or not you might be returning to the Crucible for another fight at some point in the future. Some even come up and sort of chide you about losing the money, but a few glances from the bodyguards deter them any further.
They know.
Bet for our win next time, why don't you? You'll be a lot richer like they were.
I would
How
love
many-
for one of the nobles just to try throwing hands.
This would be interesting if they could.
How many noble women are swarming Vellum right now?
No, I
We
was
need to
keeping
know.
quiet
We
for a
need to
reason.
know.
You know what?
Each one.
Sure, do you have any illusion magic prepared?
About
course you roll
four,
the maximum.
about four,
It's small.
four noble women are sort of vying for Venom's attention right now.
Vellum has no idea what to do with any of this attention, regardless of where it's from. But it's just, he's gonna be polite about it. It's like, thank you for I hope you enjoyed the show.
Are you doing anything afterwards, perhaps?
Liska is going to come up and put her arm around Vellum's shoulders and smile down, just be like, "I'm sorry, lady, he's already taken."
I love the hilarity of this because Vellum's got like he's supporting Sao with her busted her busted leg. So then on the other side, Liska rocks up. He's fucking stuck there.
And,
he can't even get away.
He's taken as he's literally got one hand on the titty. She's got to like kneel down and got the titty right at the face. It's just like,
Just
get this man a pair of sunglasses and a smoke.
He
And-
just can't escape. He
Immediately,
he's so bewildered.
immediately, they are. A couple of these women are deterred. One of them looks like they're about to approach, but seeing this sight, sort of turns and walks away.
See, the ones you really got to look out for is just like, I don't mind being a third.
I have no idea what just happened.
It's like, you need to learn how to say no. And then she walks away.
Well, I can say
So I was
one.
just trying to hold like a straight face, but she's dying laughing inside.
It's just
Sal, do you need like
fucking
somebody
laughing.
to look at that? Like, why are you still limping?
Yeah, I was gonna get into a chair when those women showed up.
I'll be fine. Just Sarah just throws one last look to Vellum. Just, she's
Bianca,
right.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I can say
Bianca,
no. I was just
can you
being
help-
polite, thanking them for watching.
Why am I all the way over here? Oh, I don't know.
All that moving around the whirlpool got him disoriented. He's like,
Wait, why am I over here?
He got a sea legs, and he can't. He doesn't have land legs anymore.
Well, Vellum, did you want to say no to the pretty ladies?
I hadn't thought of any of that, honestly.
That's fair. I understand why you're already thinking about just one.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know, Sal. These look kind of bad. I think I might have to. Oh wait, no, never mind.
I have to chop it off.
Oh no, never mind. It was just a bit of bone. Never mind.
I got this axe.
Just a
It
little bit of
cauterizes the wound.
It was just bone. No, you there. Thought it was way worse. Never mind.
It's like, I just imagine going to be like, oh, it's just a little bit of bone, and he just gets a finger and pushes the bone back in.
Don't worry about it.
don't worry
It's
about it.
fine.
No, it just grabs both sides of the leg and
feels
just
crunchy,
goes,
that means it's working.
No, he just sort of licks the thumb and just pushes it.
I like to think he just grabs either end of the leg and just back into position. There you go.
Yeah,
Wraps up. Spread. There you go.
deepling healthcare is real medieval.
Don't
I mean, it
worry
works, clearly.
It works.
about it. It works. It works.
Yeah. So, a little while later, Varesh returns with 6 small, rather weighty bags of platinum slats. About 50 each.
Slats are the big ones.
You also notice she's carrying a few valuable pieces of jewellery. It seems that some of the nobles seem to have bet their valuables as well. I will give you the spoils here.
Hell yeah.
Ooh. Gang, I got an idea.
Are you seeing that?
Yes.
I am not seeing anything.
I'm not saying shite.
Hang on. I have an idea.
Is it like a lootable container on the floor?
It should be just something that pops up on your screen there.
No, I didn't get that. Make it a container, and then we can all look at it.
Okay. I will stick it there.
Bruh.
There you go.
Oh.
I will take
Oh.
the top bag.
Is that working?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Hold on, I
There's
got
a lot of
49.
platinum slats in there. Whatever that is.
Okay. I've taken 50
Those
slats.
Slats are the big denomination of platinum, I think.
100
There's
gold.
10.
Platinum.
100.
But
That is
slats are 100 gold.
a lot. That's a lot of thousands of gold.
Yeah, I can't seem to find
take
anything
one.
on the screen.
No, the pile's right over here.
Make it look
Yeah,
cool.
it's there.
I will.
Oh, I did.
I can actually make the interaction distance infinite, so you can go ahead and just click it wherever you want.
Infinite loot pile.
So like, do we just
Oops.
split all? Is all this ours?
Yes, it is. Divide
That
it
is
how
a
you
big
see
deal.
fit.
That is an insane
take the
amount of money.
Well, we did an insane
Emerald
amount of shit.
necklace.
I mean, was that much? I'll be honest.
I mean, we did fill the pot and then some, so...
Yes. So,
Angus
so-
will chime up. Oh, lads, I have an idea. Vellum, you're good with the jeweler's baubles, right?
Modestly, yeah. Why?
I'm trying to learn. How do we feel about letting Vellum take all the jewellery bits, because he might be able to make them more valuable, and if you're okay with it, maybe you can use them to help me learn, if you don't mind teaching me.
We need a lot of idle time for it. You'd probably be better off finding a real teacher, though. I can
you're
take a look at them anyway, though.
No, you're fine. We've got time during camp. I need to learn how to put jewels in things. It's very important. Would you please teach me if you're okay with it? I don't want to impose, but you know, I'd rather learn from you than someone else. You know.
Well, I appreciate the sentiment. I'll give it a go. I'm not as confident in my jewel craft as I am my metalwork, though. So, you know.
I'm gonna hold on to the emerald necklace
So I
though
guess-
for a reason.
Sell them.
Sell 'em.
Sable vellum.
Saloon.
Fucking portmanteaus.
Saloon.
So Vellum gets the remaining, all the jewelry in the last platinum stack.
Oh, there's still a platinum second. Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to
Just
say
thinking,
who's
because-
missing.
There's
hadn't even
also
looked. Oh,
the
yeah.
1400 gold from the extra performances that you did.
Oh, do we have to divvy that up?
I
Somebody do
didn't
math.
realize there was an extra thing that wasn't just slats. Well, it's 1400 divided by 5?
I say we put
1400
those
I think
Okay.
it's
By 6.
divided by 6. Yes.
before we divvy that out. I have an idea.
Right.
Why don't we take those 1400 and put it into like a group pile?
Rainy day fund.
Yeah, rainy day fund, basically. Or in case
Alright,
of, oh fuck, we need emergency supplies,
Oh, petty
somewhere
cash.
to
Yeah.
stay, like something we can literally
We can
just.
buy a fucking village with that amount of money.
You know what I mean by the term, though.
You are
It's the
correct.
extra shit you keep on hand in case you need to go to the shops or something.
You are correct, but still, a rainy day fund is not a bad idea.
Yeah, we
Yeah, I'm
can.
okay with that.
Because especially if we're doing crafting, we're going to need some money, supplies and shit.
23,
yeah.
Would be that much per person.
23.333333.
Gold, yeah, no, put it in rainy day fund. I'm down for
Yeah,
a
rainy day
loop.
fund is cool.
Yeah.
Sure.
Where are you storing that gold then?
We could put it in
Vellum's
the
cart.
party inventory.
Yeah, but
I
what
feel
is
like the party inventory is always a little meh, like on how it functions.
Yeah.
How about we get one
let's-
person who's the whatever, and they just get like a gold something in their inventory, and they can
Yeah,
just
I have an
adjust it
idea.
there.
my tower has chests. Why don't
There
we
you go.
put it in one of the chests?
There you go.
That works.
I vote
That'll
for
work.
I vote for just leaving it loose in Vellum's cart.
Just
I also do
tingling
have-
every time we go.
But if we do that chest,
I also
anybody
do
can
have a giant
interact with it.
hole. I also do have a giant hole we can just shove it in.
That works.
There's that
It's
too.
the right place to talk about your giant hole.
I was about
Please
to
It's like,
say.
Granka, I think I'm the one that decides what
children.
is a good place or not to talk about giant holes.
Are you sure?
Yep,
Is that how it works?
that is how it works.
You guys trying to keep our face straight.
Oh god, they're not 10 each, they're 100 each.
Yeah.
Wait, wait, what?
Yeah.
Platinum slats are
100,
100?
you can exchange us for
yes.
100 platinum.
You
by
get
using item.
you get 5,000 gold each.
Holy shit!
Holy fuck.
I don't want to. I'm going to
told
hold
you
on to the
this.
slats for now until I do a big spending spree, because I think that would actually weigh me down so I can't move.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to that and
There
put
was
it
some.
in my
There
bag
was
of
some.
holding.
It seems as though there were some very rich nobles in this crowd here.
We not
Yeah,
have
don't
a
say.
tab to switch to?
So let's see. One
Jesus
platinum
Christ.
slat is 100 platinum coins. Oh sweet lord!
Which
Yep,
is
1,000
We
gold.
are fucking rich.
And
That
watch it
is-
all go
Jesus.
immediately back into the economy when we go shopping.
No, because I'm gonna be smart this time.
That won't last.
Yeah, it will.
You'll see
One,
something you
I have
like
a
and you'll be
book.
like, ooh, money.
Okay,
A
first of
single
all,
platinum
how dare
slat
you?
is worth 100 gold pieces.
Well, it says 100 platinum. Is it meant to be 100 platinum or 100 gold?
I think it needs to be 100 platinum because the actual flavor is 100 gold, and I've been making my slats, which are worth 200.
Yeah, I think that's a
Yeah.
typo, Janner.
So, wait, what?
Yeah, in the non-flavor text, it's 100 gold, but Foundry notes it as 100 platinum.
Oh
Yeah,
fuck!
that's
Yeah,
why
yeah,
I was.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
why I was
it needs
baffled
to be
by
100
being-
gold
Yeah, so
Yeah.
because a platinum is 10 gold, and this is 10 platinum.
Yeah, it's the next step up. in
right.
currency.
Okay, so
100 platinum
that's,
would be 1,000
that is
gold, so
a-
each of
that
those would
is-
be worth 1,000 gold.
that is a major misstep on my part. Yeah.
Make sure it's
giving it so
mechanically
much gold.
correct.
So yeah,
Being technically correct.
For clarity, one platinum slat equals 100 gold.
Alright.
So you will have the equivalent of 5,000 gold's worth in platinum slats right now.
Okay, that's
Cool,
a lot
cool.
more.
Reasonable.
That's a
yeah,
lot
yeah.
more
A lot more
admittable.
reasonable, yeah. That's why I was so awestruck by the fact it was fucking
Like-
100 platinum.
These
Yeah,
rich nobles
yeah.
just flaunting money like
I thought, I thought, like, wait, why are they surprised to get about getting 5,000 gold? They already have something like
Yeah,
that, don't
it
they?
was 50,000 gold, that's why.
Yep. That is correct.
Each.
Indeed. Like,
I'm not gonna say no to it. I'm gonna need all the money I can get from a fucking airship project, but still.
I mean,
I'm gonna
good to
need
have
it.
money, especially since, again, the shops are going to be accessible soon.
and I need to put some more spells in my fucking book.
So, I
I'll
already
need
had
to
platinum
BRB real
slats
quick,
added to my
so-
existing, and then I deleted the old one.
Yeah,
So I'm
that's
up to
what I did.
65 as I should.
I just changed mine to just straight platinum. I'd rather have platinum slats than Electrum, but you know, you can only do so much.
What garbage metal is that? Get that shit out of here.
So slat is 10 platinum, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So add a 0 and put it
Yes.
into your platinum pieces.
Mhm.
You can just like select your currency, like platinum, and then just do +5 or plus 500.
I've also
And-
added functionality to those new platinum slats that were in that loot thing, which when they're a usable item that will give you 100 gold whenever you use one.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I've gone and done the manual method, so I'm going to
Okay.
delete these stats if that doesn't break anything.
I mean, either way, as long as you get the equivalent amount of currency.
yes.
In small doses, yes, I will click it to do its effect, but I'm not clicking 50 times.
Yeah.
Man, 700 platinum pieces I got at the moment.
Hang on, 700 platinum.
I had 200 to begin with, apparently.
We recently came into some platinum.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were about to talk about slats, not.
Oh, no, not slats, no. I'm
Yeah.
not talking
Platinum
coins.
pieces, PP.
I would say
Yeah.
slanted.
I'm at 670.
It's all very interesting.
So Varesh approaches. I hope those winnings are to your liking.
Very.
Yes, quite.
I would expect quite a bit more come the Ring of Claws. Consider this a taste of what is to come.
Okay, so quick question. If this is a demo to the Ring of Claws, how is the Ring of Claws any different? You know,
Well-
minus the teleport if you get knocked out.
Well, for starters, it is a play for keeps. It is a... There is no being teleported out. You die, you die.
Oh. Okay then.
As was said in our contract, bearing in mind.
As I remember, this is just... Okay.
Of course, if you're unwilling to participate in the Ring of Claws, feel free to let me know.
I just need some time to think.
Well, we'll have a good deal out on the road, thankfully, and this money will help us be a lot more prepared.
I should hope so. Right.
Awkward silence. I'm sorry, that
Speaking
was
of
perfect.
prepared, I talked to Madam, or Mistress Sanzil, and I've gotten permission to prepare all of us a great feast.
So, Idida, whereabouts will this be taking? Will it be taking place in your suite, or we do have a buffet dining hall in the resort.
That can work too, but I was gonna go with whatever, might earn us a little more favor. He kind of like gestures to her and, kind of like hiding a finger behind his palm, pointing, In a very clear, like, I'm trying to butter him up,
She does prefer the more private accommodations.
What if you can figure out what her favourites are, I'm guessing cookies from what she said. If you can figure out what her favourites are and set up a venue, I'll make something great.
Perhaps a venue by the beachside.
Oh, that'd be great. Vellum, would you help me set up some lighting by the beachside and some nice chairs and tables?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
This might take some. It may take some time to set up. I cannot guarantee you that it will be available immediately, but perhaps tomorrow sunset.
That sounds I'm gonna be so busy cooking I won't be able to set up the decoration. Vellum, you need to go off with our good mistress here, Varesh, and you go get the decorations and all the things that I need. I already told you the list, so go shopping with her. Thanks. As he just slaps you on the back. Good lad. We'll leave you to it.
I suppose we would need to know where the hell we're setting up, and I imagine you know the possible locations already.
Well then, bodyguard our mistress while she goes scouts the beach, and she buys the necessary supplies, and the other two mountain folk lad can carry him. And you can watch her. There we go. And I'll get all the food and everything prepared. You get all the decoration. It's settled.
You're right.
Yes.
Huh. Okay.
Is he alright? He kind of leans in close and whispers to you.
I think he's gotten a little too giddy from all the fighting. He does get like this. Usually it's about cooking, but
Oh, well, that is understandable. Like I said, it was quite the spectacle.
well, we did try.
Oh, you did more than try, my friend.
Sorry, I'm fucking Angus in the chat killing me.
Angus, the matchmaker.
He's doing his best.
Yeah.
In the most dwarven way possible, with no tact or
Dwarven
subtlety
Cupid over
whatsoever.
here.
Very well. I shall meet you, say, tomorrow afternoon?
Sounds good.
Very well. And with that, she kind of gestures to a few of the bodyguards kind of stationed around the arena as the rest of the nobles filter their way out. Gesture to follow her. And with that, she leaves.
Right.
Well,
Shall
that
we
was
get some rest in a little bit and then enjoy the rest of our day?
Well,
Yep.
Yeah, that was fun.
I want to talk to you three.
Oh,
Over,
right, I did hear that while I was talking to Rasmund.
Angus
Everything
and
all right?
Sal. It's something that's been bothering me. I just want to talk to you three.
Sure.
You guys gonna walk and talk, or just gonna where would you
You know,
like
wait.
to have this conversation?
Probably at the room.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
As you all kind of pack up your things and make your way back towards your accommodations. You once again return to the comfort of your well adorned and sort of glistening gilded room within the Crescent Resort. Crescent
Is-
Resort.
Is it black for anyone else?
Yes.
Oh dear.
It said
No.
to fail
Maybe
to
it's
reload
permissions?
source.
Oh.
I'm currently refreshing.
Yeah,
I'm doing the same.
refresh.
It might be something with you don't have the party token selected.
Could be.
Yeah, or a refresh should fix it.
Refreshing
Refresh.
fixes everything. Also, my face hurt.
Well, with Dwarven wingman over there, I should expect so.
Listen, he's been the happiest and described like smiling or chuckling around her, and he's like, "Oh my god, that's progress. Let's do more of that.
Something besides doom and gloom and trauma. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's fucking go. Let me show you the way the hell gets fucking plates." Janer
Alright, there
gets
we
it.
go. Yep.
Just waiting for it to load.
Oh, also, while we're loading, Atlas, am I of the opinion that you want me to jimmy out that diamond from the diamond jewelry?
Now's the perfect time to discuss it. Sorry, I was biting a pizza.
That's fine.
Angus is one to walk and talk and snack at the same time.
Like a true dwarf.
I was thinking we could use the cost of the jewelry to offset some of the cost of training, on the premise of that we are using them as training materials.
Right.
Because we have finished products to disassemble and essentially reverse engineer how it's done. And you can say, right, alright, so here's the flanges of the tongues where it sits in the clasp.
Yeah, no, I
this is
get
how
what you mean,
set
but
it in
I
the facets.
vaguely recall some time ago we had a whole discussion about us teaching each other proficiencies.
Yes.
And I recall it being, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm misremembering, but I recall it being decided that we needed to get an actual teacher, otherwise it turned into a vicious cycle of us teaching each other everything.
I mean, also, me, Ganner, and Atlas talked about this also, about, books. So,
Books. The thing at the end was like, the issue, from what I understood from that conversation, and the more recent one the three of us have had in the DM, is there needs to be the cost of the materials rather than us giving gold. It's buying material rather than paying the teacher, right?
Yeah.
So in this case, it's not that I'm just giving you 20 gold and now I know it. You have to spend 20 gold or whatever, 250 it's supposed to be, and get the materials that are then consumed. So it's not that I give gold to Vellum, it's I buy supplies that is consumed with Vellum.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes a bit
But
more
we
sense.
still have to have enough downtime, so it's something that has to be done that isn't when it's full of crafting or full of adventuring, when we can sit down for 8 consecutive hours and essentially put in a work day.
Yeah. I also forgot to do the bayonet. That disappeared off my tracking list or something.
Listen, you've been a very busy man, it's not that bad of a deal.
Yeah, but I was kind of working on getting that done as soon as possible.
Is everyone
okay, so...
loaded back in?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm loaded back in.
I see our icons
Alright.
as well.
My
We are
screen
bosses
is
now.
entirely. There we go.
So Yara's gonna sit down on the couch.
How does she
Well,
sit when she has like 10 feet of tail? Like, I can't
Elegant
mentally.
sleep.
Can you help me on that?
She takes up an entire sofa.
Yeah, it's more like she's reclining, like in a recliner chair. See, if you
So
can
she
think about
takes
it
the
that way.
whole ass thing.
Pretty much.
Kinda has to.
Yeah, I mean, 80% ass.
Old snake spreading.
And I am
80%
that's
ass.
never gonna be let down.
Snake
Anyway,
spreading 80% ass. Oh god, no, never mind. Anyway, back in character. Alright, Shaw, so what's all this about?
mainly what Angus and Sal brought up, and I just want to ask you too, since it's been on my mind lately.
Sorry, I've been through a lot at the moment. What did I bring up?
Necromancy, the laws of it, which I understand you and Sal were worried about me using it, but I'm well aware of the laws here.
Oh yeah, it was a few days ago. We're just concerned about how much we should do in the show here.
I know that was also during the beginning of the Crucible.
Wait, when?
Before this started, when you simply put,
Oh yeah, just this fight right now.
yeah,
Yeah, it's just
it's
necromancy's more free here, but still probably want to be careful of certain things, right?
it's not the intent. It's more or less that you think that I don't know the laws here. I understand the intent of it, but it's just when you work within the law and help catch those who break the law, you understand where you lie and what you do. That's a given. However, what I wanted to ask is, before the moral bog or anything, has anyone hurt you dealing with necromancy? Because it's been coming to my attention that every time I bring it up or I'm doing something with it, the guy seems to come at me relatively hard. And it's getting relatively frustrating. So please explain to me. Who hurt you?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say we should probably start with Mr. Obvious.
Is that me? Am I Mr. Obvious?
Yes.
Well, I
I
mean,
said before the Morbog, but okay.
well, I'm. Half faith.
He points to the sun on his armor
Yeah.
everywhere.
Well, I mean,
no.
John, I hope I haven't given the wrong idea. I mean, yeah, with our faith, necromancy's a big deal. But as I said, as far as I'm concerned, you are of the faith, and you are a smart person, and with those in tandem, I trust your use of the magic. Simple as. I hope I haven't made you think otherwise. Just, there's been a lot going on.
Alright.
I trust your use and your opinion, and you have, well, I assume you've traveled more than I have, so you probably would know the laws of necromancy in certain places, because otherwise you probably would not be here. You would either be in prison or dead.
Accurate assessment, yes.
So you'll get no qualms from me unless you do something really fucky.
Turns to Sal. Same question.
I only have one question for you.
Shoot.
You do know the history of my kind and what it thinks of necromancy? Yes?
I know some of it, yes.
Then you will know my apprehension towards it in general. I know it can do good, but it is a
It's a razor thin edge.
I
Aim
was gonna
as
say it's a
arcane.
fine line to walk, and no pun intended, you are slithering, and I'm worried. That's the main thing.
That is actually fair. It's not like I'm not ignorant of the pitfalls. I'm very aware of what can happen if I keep going down this road. But it's the same way as light and dark. Can't acknowledge one and discard the other. If you stay in the light too long, you're going to burn. Stay in the dark, you're going to suffer even longer. So you might as well just deal with it. But not too much. And for you, Master Brackenbrick.
Oh, why, thank you.
I don't say that in a loose term. You're a master of your craft. I still say it respectfully.
I took it as such. And you are a master arcanist? I don't know exactly,
Mage.
but I know you're an impressive mage. I know you're an impressive transmuter. I talk a lot about your necromancy because one of the most important things from me that's passed down is to learn from history. It's filled with valuable knowledge and in infinite avenues for inspiration, but also lessons. That's one of, well, he holds up his holy symbol around his neck. My core tenets. There is some recent history of what happens when necromancy can go too far. I'm not really worried about you in the sense that I don't trust you with necromancy. It's that and he points to Sao Yun, necromancy will do things to you, and in ways you might not know, or recognize, or takes years to act upon. Right? I say these things because I deeply care. I have full trust in you, but it's the odd little ticks about magic that make me worry. Now I say this as a practicing necromancer myself. I work with souls, you work with blood. Yours is sort of this force upon the enemy, where mine is a call to help from kin. It's different, but it's under the same roof, eh? I
Well,
only try to remind you of the exact same fear as I have for myself.
you don't have to, for two reasons. One, I understand it way more deeply than anyone would actually think.
No, I
Yes.
think you understand it more than I do.
I'm saying by perspective. People just
Okay.
take a glance and they look
Okay.
at the cover rather than look too deeply. Anyway, what I'm referring to as blood necromancy is that of the body, and the curse is about the mind, and like you said, that of the soul. But the way I learned is through pain, not just by history, by my actions and where I've traveled. I'm a seeker. I seek knowledge, and I also seek the truth. But you don't seem to, I'm not saying you in particularly, but we all seem to forget that best experience and lessons are through pain. It be the small ones that you think if you've given up something and you get something better than you ever thought of, or the little dull pains of watching someone grow, a novice to a master, or pain of loss, your own ignorance and pride. That one I've learned, because I did have a pupil once. And they lost their life due to my pride.
Kind of closes his eyes and nods.
But I've also learned, traveling you guys, pain that is very rare. Use the background.
Okay.
The very rare pain of living in the moment of what one could describe as utter perfection, of happiness, of mirth, and of joy. Like what we did back there in the Crucible. Yes, I've worked alone, but I also built teams. I'm not someone who takes the rein. I give the reins to those who know better than I. And through mere weeks, months, you might as well just say let go of something that was holding me back. My ego, my pride. Through the Morbog, I found out that I was always worrying about myself, not anyone else. After going through such trial with you guys, I've learned that it's better to help, and while helping others, you help yourself, which alleviates suffering. Goes back to necromancy. My blood necromancy is meant to stop, to heal, and to change the events that could have happened in the moment, physically. I understand ancestor worship is prevalent in the Silver Kingdom, and I deeply respect that, because I have lost that type of connection. Trying to find it again through you. He's specifically looking at Angus saying this.
He's got a pretty stern face, serious, paying attention, looking right back at. Let me ask you something, if I may, because
You
I
may.
want to make sure I understand. You're upset because you feel like I'm not respecting your skill, or that
It's
you're
not-
capable with necromancy. I want to make
It's
sure
not. I'm upset. I'm disappointed at the fact I have to work 3 times as harder, even be noticed, and it's draining me. It's like trying to take a boulder up a sandy dune, only for the sand to get stuck in your mouth and your eyes, and you fall back down again, starting to all over. That's how it feels when it comes to you, Angus. Not a rocky mountain, it is a impossibly large sand dune. And all my efforts seem to just be thrown back into my face. It don't feel great.
Because
It's not just the
Sorry.
big things, it's the little things. Like the little things I notice about you, that you seem to, even though you don't say it, you disregard. Don't pay attention to what I have to say, even if it's just something I say in passing. But unless it's beneficial, it's like I'm not even there. I'm a ghost. I don't know if you have any idea how it feels to lose, to have a clan, but also have a thin connection. be left wandering. You have a blessing to go back to your home, family. My home is here, not here per se, but the entire world is my home. I'm a wanderer. I don't stay rooted to the same place. Though I have clan members, I have no home.
It reminds me of something. A little saying. It's popular amongst the Hale lads. The ones who would go out, spending months on the road, and caravans trading between the deep citadels. Home is where you're happy, not at the lone hearth. I see the things I do, and try to remind you of the dangers of necromancy, because it would be my pride getting in the way if I didn't. If I didn't care, I wouldn't say anything. It doesn't matter, no matter how many times I have handed anyone food, I always say careful, it's hot. Because if I've got the power, if I'm in the opportunity to prevent something bad that might happen, as simple as burning your mouth or tainting yourself with some stray bit of magic, it doesn't sit right not to show my care. A lot of dwarves, very much with our people, it's a sort of silent thing, and everything's always perfectly stoic, and we cannot express anything. And I don't think it's wrong. I don't think it's right to go to such an extreme extent. Because I care, I try and tell you that it's hot. Hey? Whether that's the food or the magics. Sometimes it feels like you're so lost in your own thoughts and the complexities of it, which I don't understand, and I don't think I ever will. That it feels like certain things are skipped. When you're looking at such a big picture, something so complicated, I wouldn't be surprised if a few little bitty details can get lost. And I just try and say them because it feels not just careless but uncaring not to. I started off by saying I trust you, and I reiterate, I do. Very skilled mage, highly competent when it comes to all sorts of magics. I have never used and never probably will. But there's a scar on the world. And that scar is still fresh. And in your hand, you hold the same burning coal that put the scar on the world. So do I. In my hands, I have that same burning coal too. And we have to play hot potato tossing it back and forth, aye, because if we don't handle it right, it'll scar us. And it's not that if we're not good enough, but if any of all the complicated factors goes a tiny bit wrong, or we delve with something that we probably shouldn't have, or use some cursed stone or artifact, or just in a shite place like the bog, gets its hooks in you, real hard to get out. It's never been that I don't think you're good enough, or that I don't trust you. It's that I care enough to not make the mistake underestimating the magic we do. And that's it.
There's a long pause. She's staring into your eyes. Her irises has once been small grow just a little bit.
He's got that stern expression as he's looking at you, but it's also softened a little bit as he goes on and talks, saying things like how he cares and stuff.
I appreciate
I didn't want
that.
to hurt your feelings, I'm sorry.
Apology accepted. So, Angus, remember this. Even at your worst, I still care for you. I love your soul. Smile. And
Well, let me keep it.
he smiles. And the way you care. Thank you for being you.
Well,
Because without you, I wouldn't have such challenges, would I?
in the kindest way possible, I hope I'm a pain in your ass. Because that's how you learn best, right? That means you'll have to be a pain in mine back.
Oh. Don't worry, I will be.
Good.
He's just a big grin on her face.
Oh, one thing to be clear.
Yes.
I haven't had it meant to come across that way. I've never meant to chastise you for your use of, necromancy schools, or even when you delve into dark shamanisms with the spooky blood bits, eh? It's never been about you. It's about concern of what less tolerant people might perceive you as. How that could damage your reputation, or I don't know, blacklist you for a submergence like some other guy. So I don't know who that would be.
Hold on.
I just...
No, you just reminded me of something. Okay. Vellum. You know a priest with a white mask, tall hat, and carried his staff in a book.
Unfortunately, for a brief time, why?
Whoa.
Has he been giving you trouble?
He grimaces very hard.
Val's eyes just narrow slightly, and there's an expression on her face none of you really have seen before. She's just staring at the jar.
Well, I should be a bit
talking about?
fairer. I should be a bit fairer. He helped us a lot in the underground of Doom Hollow. And he
Are you
did
talking
save
about-
Sal's life. Sorry,
Are you
Angus, what was
talking
that?
about the? Oh no, I'm sorry. I was interrupting that because a sudden thought. Are you talking about that one Carthan lad when everyone grouped up to meet the king?
His face palms. Yes.
The one with the really unsettling face, if you can call it that.
Kind of
Yes.
gestures over his face and kind of like, top to bottom with his palm. He just kind of goes blank face. Eh?
Yeah, that's him.
She unwraps her left hand that's been in bandage for most of the travel. Takes a while until she brings up her left hand, and on her left hand a scar, a chalice.
Question. Is this immediately recognizable as like the old necromancy branding dealie?
It looks similar to how it might be done on a branded necromancer, but there's a different design to it.
Okay, as long as I can recognize it as well.
Yeah, it does seem recognizable as sort of branding of a necromancer under some sort of best you could call it like a plea deal or something, but there's elements of the design which aren't standard, meaning there is probably something. There may have been some sort of. Best way I can describe it is an alteration of the deal, if you will.
Well, Vellum doesn't know those sorts of details,
Yes.
so he just recognizes it as the mark, and sort of his expression is a little more dour. Right. So, from what I know, you were already sanctioned or whatever. Why the hell have you got this? And am I right in guessing that Angelus as fuck put that on you?
Yes, I was attempt. Hold on. Me
Gotta say
finish
a
this. I was attempting to make a deal with him for his aid, help with Elizabeth, the vampire who just came back. The reason I have this is due to I know a state secret. What that secret is, I am not able to say. But you don't know.
So, because you know something they don't want you knowing, they've branded you to make sure you don't say it.
That, and they got me literally for my necromancy because they played on my emotions.
And when did this happen?
Remember the time we were building Angus's tower?
Right. Okay. Well,
And I left a little early?
I remember. Okay. So first off, I may seem pissed, but it is not directed at you. Mostly. In future, please have someone with you wherever you go. I mean, safety aside, it helps having another voice in your head when you're dealing with those sorts of shifty people. There's a lot of venom in the way he said that.
Yeah, about that. She turns to Sal, looking her dead in the eyes. The play on the emotions was that they could take back Sal's life. He says that very slowly and then looks to Vellum. And he was very venomous towards you, but also the same, not a similar threat, but be careful type threat.
So at that, Vellum just sort of like does the most big audible inhale you could imagine. Right. I'm happy to be proven right. That those fuckers can't be trusted, but nobody threatens my friends. Whatever you've got going on with them, we're getting you out of it at some point. And if they want to try and neg on a deal, or take back what they've already given, he sort of does the most exaggerated, pissy air quotes you can think of, then they can fucking try it.
He
And they'll
looks
see what happens.
to Sal as Vellum's talking, gives a small bow. Sorry.
What deal are you talking about?
Well, he seems to treat the resurrection of Sao, rather, the revivify, I think you call it. Sao took a bad hit underground. Aja, the bloke in question, managed to bring it back, but now he's using that as a bargaining chip, which I do not like at all.
It is a bit more than just a revivify.
How do you figure? Well, I know that it was what he did.
I died for 3 seconds.
Was it over that revivified work if it was, generally speaking, within a minute?
Yeah.
Did
What I
use
remember
raised
of...
dead?
Well, sorry, go on.
No, it's fine. Let's see. Did he take out a huge old crystal? Or like a very fancy scroll? Or
From what I can remember of the details of what he did, and from what I learned talking to you lot about magic, it looked like Revivify. Out of character, is that correct? I want to be sure I'm remembering
it was Revivify. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
it was indeed Revivify.
Yes.
I wasn't there to know.
I was dead at the time.
Yeah.
And the thing is, afterwards he made some old big religious deals like, oh, you've got the mark of the angels on you, or some bollocks like that. I don't buy any of it. I think he's just trying to, fluff up his contribution. And as appreciative as I am for what he did, it does not excuse this kind of behavior.
why would he... was he just saying he would kill her if you didn't cooperate, or like...
In the floweriest words possible, it sounds like it. Is that the feeling you got, Joe?
When dealing with intrigue, yes. The veiled threats are, you don't say it outright. You give the hint.
I'd say taking back someone's life is definitely a threat.
And they are watching me. So he says. But I don't doubt any validity to his words.
Dejar, I will ask you now, and I would really prefer if you answer just straightforward and honestly.
Do my
the mark
best.
you have now, will it react and alert them if you cast any spells that they deem unsavory?
From what I was told, yes.
And that's already a problem. And I think you know why, Sal.
What that blood puppetry you did on the fishy guy?
You did. It was lost in the sort of adrenaline of the moment, Dejar. But thinking back to it now, you do recall feeling some vague sort of burning sensation in the back of your hand when you did that.
Yeah, he remembers that pain. It's not the first time. Oh. He just played it off.
The biggest problem, though, is I know you didn't let them do anything, but they have had final say on what spells they deem unsavory. So it could be anything, even if it's not necromancy. We need to get somebody to get a look at that to know what exactly it's gonna trigger on, and if there's anything else shifty they've fucking thrown in there. Right, well, thank you for bringing that to our attention. We're definitely going to get that looked at and figure out what the hell to do about this to get you out from under their thumb.
Well, you and I, Deshar, are gonna talk later about necromancy and that thing. But more pressingly, we have a relaxation to do, and one of the things I would like to do with you is go over your book. Your spell
He
book.
is very, just the mention of that, he tenses up.
Angus would chime in. I'd be interested, just so we can know what might be, a problem.
You can trust him, sure. I know it's hard, it's personal for you, but we want to help.
That's not the issue.
What is the
What
issue?
is-
This is the exact same site that got me into this mess. So you're gonna have to deal with the fact that it's not that I'm hesitant, it's the exact same thing they said to me, and now I have that brand. So
Well, the difference
Sure.
is we're not a bunch of angel fucking twats, so there's that.
I know that
Deshar,
fear is
You can
something
still
that
feel
the last thing I want to do is restrict what you can cast. I just want to know what spells you have, and if they might trigger an alert or something. Because the less they would know about what you do, the better. And if anything necromancy related triggers it, you're gonna need help trying to reel in. Because I know it's kind of your thing, sadly.
no sadly about it is
No, I mean,
Yes.
sadly that you can't use it if it triggers it.
oh
And again, for all we know, they could have applied it to any school of magic, or even just specific spells that they don't like. We don't know until we look. Essentially, they wrote the contract and you signed it.
sadly.
Well, like Sir said, we've got relaxation to enjoy, and it will hopefully take the sting out of some of what you're feeling. And I, for one, am not gonna let all them Angelus nonsense ruin my day. So, who wants to go to the beach?
It's at that moment that you see the door open, and you see Varesh in a sort of more relaxed, more casual, modest robes, and modest for her, being very brightly coloured, but still very casual.
It only has 3 layers of satin and silk.
Yeah. And you can see she's a pair of her pair of mountain guard bodyguards, 2 different ones this time. because kind of situated on either side, outside of the outside in the hall, and you can see she's carrying what looks like this large platter of large cookies, if you will. She kind of strides in and sort of graciously sets them down on a nearby table. I hope I am not interrupting.
No, you have quite perfect timing, actually.
This could be discussed later.
Well, I had these prepared for your arrival, but of course there are more pressing matters to attend to. So, please enjoy. They are my own special recipe. Cooked by myself. Baked by myself, rather. Dark chocolate spiced cookies.
So I'm gonna appreciatively take one before Angus descends on the plate.
Dejara's not gonna eat.
So I have a question. I was under the impression that they were having this conversation in private. Was Liska there for all of this? Because she would have had a lot of very stern words for a lot of what happened.
I assumed it was private because that's how it was voiced, but then when we concluded, Varesh came in and that sort of...
Varesh came into the room, and Dejar said
foyer.
it was done in our room.
Right, so...
I think that's the implication, yeah.
Okay, so Varesh comes in, you're the three of you are
do we
sort
each
of...
have our own separate rooms?
Yeah,
Yes.
Hold on.
Or is it one?
You've each got your own
Hold
separate
on.
rooms. Oh.
There's a gabble.
Hold on. I'm going to clarify something here. Even though it was hinted at, I wanted to talk to those three. I didn't say anything about it being private.
Oh.
But I said
Okay.
I wanted to talk to you three. That was it. There was no indication of it being private.
Right.
So I actually came off that right.
Okay. So what we can do is we can rewind before Varesh arrives, and
Insert that scene later.
yeah.
So, let's get has choice words,
Rewind.
Jeez. Okay.
Sorry, Avon.
No, it's all right.
I thought it was private.
I mean, that's what I thought we were going to go with, that it just was private. But if we're actually
Fine, we all made the sort of presumption based on the language.
I was under the assumption this was just between the three of them, with the rest of you guys being somewhere else within the giant apartment we now have.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay. So, Liska is, I guess... No, I don't, no, let's just make it private. Like, I'm not going to rewind every single conversation that we just had over the last hour. Like, no, y'all were there and then y'all came back, or to wherever Liska and Grunka were.
They were both in the bathroom. But yeah, I get that, because there were a lot of separate subjects that may be difficult to sort of rewind on. I get that. Is that okay, Spice?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Just
we can reproach it. Like we can circle back around to it at a later time.
I don't know if we will though. And if
no,
people have something they want to say.
No, there will be something to.
It won't be the entire conversation again. There's just things that we'll need to address later on.
So they could.
So the things that Liska would have strong opinions to say about won't be said again, and she won't get to.
I mean, that happens sometimes. Sometimes private conversations are private conversations.
Yeah,
but
we'll work this out.
On the main couch, she could have.
But we're saying it wasn't on the main couch. We're saying it was elsewhere.
Okay, now if we're saying it's elsewhere, fine.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of ease
work this out.
Continuation.
Okay, so you're going to finish up the conversation. You return back to the main foyer, and it's
then cookies.
And then Varesh comes back, enters the room with her own home-baked cookies.
Good shit.
No,
Elling is going to put a... Sorry.
I consider these also as part of my own reward for successfully beating the Crucible. I also believe there was mention about wanting to know the various things you can do around Itzel and the resort.
Oh yeah, you had a brochure or something, didn't you?
I do. I believe Liska here wanted to hear it from the horse's mouth.
That is the expression I used, yes.
Well, what was I? Kind of thinks to herself as I go through my own notes. Well, the Temple Spa does offer a series of tranquil bathhouses where guests can relax, recharge with a variety of treatments, including magical massages which use spells and enchantments to release stress and ease muscle tension. The elemental baths are very popular here as well, indulging in magical energy designed to restore balance and harmony to the body's elements. And there's also a spiritual cleansing performed by very well-trained Banzal priests and witch doctors. It removes negative energy, purifies the spirit, or so they say. There's also, I believe I mentioned dream magic sessions. That can use spells and rituals to guide guests on journeys of self-discovery and understanding. I believe it kind of looks to you, Angus. There was mention of chocolate therapy, which you seem rather enthused about. Where one can enjoy the decadent pleasures of chocolate-based massage, facial or body wrap. Leaves the skin feeling soft, supple and silky from what I believe is a special blend here. There's also, of course, scented baths. It's a popular service guests can choose for a variety of scents, each specially designed to provide a different therapeutic benefit. And of course, the gourmet cuisine. The resort chefs are they only use the freshest locally sourced ingredients to create dishes that are, well, my personal opinion, delicious and nutritious. Perhaps you might also venture out into town and experience what it has for you, what it has to offer you. There's also a taste of the vibrant and colourful culture of the dynasty. Traditional Kajatan fire dancers, astrological readings. There's also healing services provided by trained Takandan healers. And of course, you have seen the hot springs here. Very popular attraction across Tanzania. It's a highlight of the resort. It's the waters apparently, supposedly, from what I've heard, and I believe experienced as well, they have healing properties that rejuvenate and revitalize the body. There's also, he kind of looks around and see if Vapin is about. There's also. Sorry?
Sorry, continue. I thought it was muted.
And once you sees that the coast is clear. Of course, if any of you find that special someone out in town, there are private hot springs and pools for those seeking a more intimate experience. I could also recommend experiencing what Itzel itself has to offer. The Moonlit Terrace. It's one of the most popular spots of nightlife here. It's filled with live traditional music and dance performances. All sorts of vendors selling delicious street food and refreshing drinks. It's just be wary. It's especially raucous. So perhaps put the little one to bed first. But if any one of you is looking for a more refined evening, I would recommend the Ember Room. It is the place to be here in Itzel. It's a particularly exclusive lounge that offers a very sophisticated atmosphere with comfortable seating, live music, a wide selection of exotic cocktails. Bearing in mind, this is also known for its very strict dress code. And she kind of looks towards Grunker. And a very pricey entrance fee. It likes to keep the crowd exclusive and high class.
Angus puts his hand up in the air. Excuse me? I was told in the very beginning just to show that card and it would waive everything in terms of costs. All prepaid.
Oh, here at the...
Does that still apply?
Here at the resort, yes, but the Ember Room is out in the town.
Oh. Is the chocolate path in the resort?
It is, and she gives you a wink.
I'm sorry, what's the benefit of going to fancy town Ember place?
I have heard that they keep a fine selection of world-renowned exotic cocktails. I've heard very good things from that place.
I'm sure the people like taking a walk through town itself, not just hanging out at the resort all the time.
Exactly. The Temple of the Ferryman is also a popular tourist location for sightseeing. It does offer some guided night tours for holidaymakers, though it is closed for most of the day.
Is it an actual temple?
It is an actual temple, yes. Although, she kind of looks to see Varmia kind of return from the balcony. She picks up a cookie and sort of munches on it. Oh, I would also recommend the Ichthyosaur shows. They're often held during the evening at the Azure Lagoon, in the northern outskirts of town. It's very popular with the young ones.
Did that take your interest, Vladimir? Anything you want to see?
I would just go see the what did you call them? The even now I'm trying to pronounce them.
The Ichthyosaur.
Thank you. Even you as a foreigner can pronounce these things.
Well, I've picked up a lot of tongues over the years, so it helps.
Jesus Christ.
That's very vague.
I'm gonna lose my shitness.
You could have said I've picked up a lot of languages, but okay.
It's just anything that comes out of Velm's mouth suddenly an innuendo, even if it's normal language.
She gives
You're
you
not
this.
even trying.
I'm not. That's the sad part.
Varesh gives you that peculiar look.
And there's that just blissfully ignorant face. Just he has no idea what he just said. As far as he's concerned, he just said a normal thing.
Yeah. Well, although if you're looking for some more high octane excitement, I would very much recommend the Gallimimus races. She kind of thinks to herself for a moment. Oh, actually, I believe one is being planned a couple of days from now. If you're here for 3 days, it could be a fun way to round off this day. If you're If you are feeling brave enough to even participate in it yourselves, I would recommend signing up perhaps today or tomorrow.
Might I ask what it is?
It is a it is a competitive race around the outskirts of itself. It begins on the beach. I believe the first individual to cross the finish line and complete one circuit is the winner. It is a monthly event.
Definitely a lot to consider. I think I'll have one of them brochures anyway, just so I can refresh my memory if I need to.
Very well. And she kind of reaches.
I would like one as well.
Yeah, she reaches within the folds of her robe and sort of hands each of you these sort of thick pieces of parchment, which does list all the tourist attractions upon it.
We get a short list of it in party chat.
Yes,
Because I was listening, but again, helps to have a
There's
refresher.
also a lot.
yes.
Yeah, there's also a lot to do, and it's great, but I don't want to remember everything that's there.
Yeah. I know for a fact that I'm probably gonna spend at least a full day just doing nothing but going around to various shops.
Shopping!
Shopping is definitely a must, but
I posted it in the party chat there for you.
I love the fact you had that entire thing written out.
I mean, you kind of had to.
the Temple of the Ferryman seems to be something I want to go to.
I still find that name ominous as shit.
It is.
The ferryman?
Well, I mean, their entire religion, well, not their entire religion, a big part of their religion is based around the god of death.
I
No,
know, it's just the name alone just evokes some kind of mild dread, like Temple of the Ferryman. Just, ugh.
Turns out
See,
it's
I
just like
find-
a temple to fishermen.
PR would definitely find this
It's more
funny.
the mythological sense in my mind.
I know, but it'd be funny.
Tricks. Yeah.
Find it hilarious that how
Kieran.
you guys just goes like the ferryman is very foreboding. Entire religion. Actually no. A lot more to that. But anyway,
So, what do you think, everyone? Do we want to split off and do whatever we individually want to do, or do we want to try and, like, stick together a little bit?
Well,
I
I think
want to
Angus
do my
here
own
has a
thing.
bunch of cooking to do.
I think that's tomorrow night.
He's
Am
got
I
a lot of
understanding
chocolate to
it
get.
correctly?
I know you were looking forward to that chocolate bar thing.
I do
Angus,
like
so-
the chocolate bar. I also need to get some chocolate. I owe the Kalia some.
Varesh kind of leans down towards you, Angus. I have heard that they do sell some chocolate samples within the temple where they do the chocolate therapy.
The chocolate temple.
Lads, we've had a rough day. Lots of travelling and fighting and wounds, and I think we have to tend to our physical health before anything else. I say we all get together, we mend our wounds, and we relax our bodies so our minds will be in the best shape to do whatever the fuck else there is here. Alright, let's all go enjoy a nice group chocolate bath first, alright? And then we can chat and we can split up and do whatever afterwards, but you know.
I might give the chocolate bath a miss. How about this? How about we all go see what takes our fancy and meet up at the beach later on, like early afternoon?
The beach dinner is gonna be tomorrow.
No, you can still go to the beach without having a beach dinner.
Like, no, we can't.
Bellum is just
How dare
suggesting
you?
as a group gathering relaxing point later on after everyone's done all the shit.
Alright, that sounds great. Granka, when we all group up, would you mind fishing up some fish for me to cook for us? I'll find some ripe melons or something. We'll have.
Okay.
Thrush kind of holds up a finger for a moment. I would probably recommend staying away from the rock pools up the beach. The Zikazel are warning people to stay away from there.
The who?
The Zikazel. Oh, the guards.
And why?
What's going on there?
From what I've heard, there's rumors about people disappearing from there.
So not our problem. Got it.
Oh no, we.
Sorry, Bello just noticed that. It's like, that's gonna be a whole thing. Let's stay away from it.
How
I
about?
want to fix it, but I also want to eat.
Well, Angus, they have
Okay.
a whole resort in town full of people very capable with these sorts of things.
Are you sure about that, Venom?
I'm going to assume it is so I can actually enjoy myself.
Sticking your head in the sand. I see. Got it.
What if you meet a well, no, hold on, let me give you another example.
Okay, how about this? If it's still a problem tomorrow, we'll go take a look.
I would be.
No,
Happy.
because tomorrow I'm gonna be
Look into it.
busy all day cooking.
Oh, and then I'm afraid you can't have your cake and eat it.
I have a suggestion.
Shoot.
We are here to relax, so let's do that first. If, and only if, it becomes relevant to the rest of us, we'll have a look. I know you want to go fix it, Angus, but
You realize that. Honestly, I'm a mage. I have spells that I can look into something without going there. Really.
Well,
what
I
are you gonna
have...
do this year? Lay on the beach, take some sun, and scry on people?
Oh,
I
that's
could
pretty
be in my
messed up.
room. I could be in my room and scry there. No one has to see me. Think for a minute, please. All right.
And people are talking about my fucking... Anyway. Well, look, either way, they have plenty of guards to look into it. They are probably already looking into it. And...
They most likely are.
Exactly. So, unless it's immediately just shoved into our faces, it's not a bad... It doesn't make us bad people to want to put it in the hands of people who are lightly capable of handling it. We don't have to solve every problem in the world.
And paid to take care of it.
That too.
The jar is
You know what?
But she's taking a mental note.
Right. No, you're right. Alright, no. You're right. Damn it. Okay. I'm gonna mix chocolate with alcohol until I don't care.
Sounds like a plan. Have at it. And they'll give him like a sort of pat on the back.
Oh, by the way, before I forget, the jar. The flagon wagon's getting real empty.
Oh no, he just has a really stern face. Then looks to Varesh. Varesh, dear,
Yes.
do you have anything called the abrasion ambrosia honeydew? I'm gonna put this dwarf in his place.
She kind of thinks to herself. The Crescent Falls resort, it does import a number of overseas drinks.
Is that the cocktail
Good.
place?
Good, I'll
The-
get 2 bottles.
The Ember Room also does import its fair share of mixers from across the seas.
What was the first one you mentioned? I'll go there and I get 2, maybe 3 bottles. Just staring at Angus, just glaring daggers.
Well, it seems like you have your plan laid out.
That's one part of it.
We just survived the gauntlet, and these two are already preparing to actively try and drink themselves into a coma.
Oh no, I'll be
Not-
fine. I've been fine the past while.
I don't.
I haven't
mean
been
the
drunk
dragon one.
since. Oh,
I mean the jar trying to get you drunk on whatever she got.
Don't worry about it.
why don't you remind them the terms of our bet?
No. If it's since it's a dwarven bet, you do it.
No, I asked you to first.
Oh, you cheeky.
You two are like children. Calm the fuck down.
They're just having fun. Well, I think I'm probably gonna take a wander around the shops, make sure I supply up before I relax enough to forget. Don't know if that's a thing, not gonna risk it.
Very well.
Well, I'm going to prepare to go out and get a chocolate bath. Once you two are done arguing, I'm gonna pick up Angus and then we go.
No, we're done now. I'll escort you.
I'm going to the temple spa
Okay.
after I get the drink.
Right, so I'll meet you all at the beach then.
Let's go
Right.
also go to the shops.
Alright then. Let's see here. I have the. Is it this?
Spend
Here
some
we go.
time relaxing.
Jenner can find their way through the maps again.
There's 50
Lost
restored
your own
locations. I've
sauce.
made maps for all of them.
Yes. So,
Lost
see-
in the sauce of maps.
so
Jesus.
we'll do the chocolate therapy first, since that's the most immediate thing.
I was joking. Do you actually have a map to the chocolate therapy?
No, but I do have an ambient image.
No, shove this map away. No, shut up.
No, you.
There's
worry about it.
It's certainly not a fight involving a chocolate elemental.
Oh no.
Aha.
Would that be an earth or a water elemental?
I don't know.
Mud. Mud?
It's chocolate. It's its own. It's its own element.
Yeah.
Yes, the
Apparently.
fifth element.
Anyway,
Question
so
real quick.
oh yeah, go ahead.
Can I take a sneaky peek at the vendors in the background since we're focusing on chocolate?
You may. I will go ahead and drag you over to that map there.
Oh, vendors tab.
Yes, the vendors
And
tab.
also vendors.
Oh. Right,
I
hang
lose
on.
myself.
It'll give us something to do in the background while we listen to chocolate shenanigans.
Might be worthwhile that you plan what you buy and then buy once session ends.
Oh yeah, I'm just looking now so I can pre-plan what I'm gonna get.
So, you are guided towards the temple spa, which is the place where a lot of this takes place. You know, the elemental baths, the chocolate therapy, the magical massages. There's also various other private chambers, but you kind of ask the attendant for chocolate baths. I'll be speaking to our specialist and notify them. You'll have to allow them a half an hour to set up the therapy sauna first.
It's fine.
So, after a while of waiting here, you are led through a number of finely decorated and gilded halls before you brush past another beaded curtain and into this lush, opulent chamber. The walls are made of this rich, dark stone, decorated with intricate gilded carvings and other things depicting various scenes of numerous ocean kings and queens lounging and indulging in sweet treats. The floor itself is sort of made of is smoothed, polished stone covered with plush, colourful rugs. The room is illuminated by soft, flickering torchlight, which casts a warm glow over everything. The air is filled with the intoxicating scent of cocoa, which is infused into the room via what looks like this magical system of stone pipes and vents. In the centre of the room are a series of large stone platforms which are covered with soft blankets and pillows. The altars are sort of surrounded by a series of small tables which are covered with bowls of fresh fruit, carafes of cool water, and platters of sweet treats made from chocolate and other indulgent ingredients. And presumably this is where one might lie down to receive this treatment. The walls of the chamber are sort of lined with shelves that hold a variety of jars and bottles containing different types of chocolate-based products. There's jars of cocoa butter, chocolate oils, and chocolate scrubs, as well as bottles of chocolate lotion and chocolate-infused massage oil. Each jar and bottle is is labelled with a description of its ingredients and the benefits it provides. There's also a series of dividers between these altars, and one to the side of the room for to change in. Each of you are sort of offered a towel, a set of cotton, a set of undergarments to change into, a cotton bathrobe for afterwards. And after changing, your therapist enters, a middle-aged Tosian woman dressed in simple, modest robes, modest feather headdress. A number of other servants come in as well. She kind of nods and gestures towards the central stone altars.
I have no idea what to do here.
Looks to the central stone altar. Hello.
Hello. I believe you wanted the therapy, the chocolate therapy.
Yes.
Very well. If you wouldn't mind disrobing behind the divider and reclining on the altars, and we can begin.
Okay.
Thao sort of gives a nod and scurries away behind the divider. She's unsure what to do, but again, treating herself to therapy, massages, and that kind of thing is new.
Oh yeah. Who's also here? It's Sao Yun, it's Angus, and it's
I was going to go to the spa temple. Yeah, the spa temple for a dream magic session.
Ah, right.
So I'm going.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
just them two. Grunka is with Liska, Bell, and Vadmia in town, apparently, so that's, it's just them
Yep.
two.
Okay.
Yep.
So, as you both kind of disrobe, put on those cotton undergarments for decency's sake. For lack of a description of every single in-depth detail of the process, and risk it coming out weird, I'll just summarise what happens here, and the general process of what goes into this strange chocolate therapy.
It's okay, it's not me saying it, you're fine.
Yeah. It's a luxurious form of spa therapy that involves the application of chocolate-based products to the skin. First, you receive this a full body exfoliation treatment, which helps to remove dead skin and prepare it for that chocolate application. Then this gentle massage technique applies this warm chocolate-based mixture to the body. The mixture it usually sort of blends cocoa powder, cocoa butter, and other natural ingredients such as almond oil, and it also appears to have one or two magical effects to it as part of its special blend. Angus, you're quite familiar with the effect of these spells, being a cleric yourself. It is the calm emotions and protection from poison spells that have been imbued into this mixture.
Magic chocolate.
Indeed. Would you like to sneak a taste of it?
I'm not being sneaky.
It's very bitter. While probably harmless if consumed. Doesn't seem like that's the intention of this coating. That's probably what the individual sweet treats on the platters around you are for. So you are free to indulge in those.
Yeah, time for a palate cleanser.
As you indulge in those sweet treats, though, it's this delectable mixture of sort of bitter chocolates mixed with spices and different there's nougat, there's this caramel fillings, there's this hazelnuts. It is delectable. And as that chocolate mixture is applied to the skin, this sort of rich aroma fills the room, creating this relaxing and indulgent atmosphere. The therapist then wraps you in this warm blanket to help the chocolate penetrate the skin and allow its nourishing properties to take effect. She then uses a few of these heated stones and other warm objects to further enhance the experience upon the both of you. And for the next hour or so, she leaves you with a nod to allow the properties of the chocolate to take effect. You have only your own thoughts to contend with.
I wonder if they throw it out when you're done.
I think they might.
Then they won't mind if some goes missing.
I guess.
What? Fine. It's not every day you get magic chocolate.
Fine. Right now I'm a bit too absent-minded to mind.
Yes. Yes. How's your leg thing? You were limping?
That's fine. Mostly just initial shock, I guess.
As long as you're back to alright. If you're not, let me know. I'll fix you.
I'll be fine.
When we're done with this.
Agree. And this seems like a perfect time to switch over to the jar.
Right. So
Angus falling asleep.
Angus is just asleep.
Just drowns in chocolate because we know he doesn't float.
It's a slow.
Oh, this isn't that relaxing.
He's gonna be like that for so long that they're gonna finally find him like fucking Han Solo.
He's gonna be like one of those ice cream
Coordinates.
cones where he's got the chocolate crust on him.
We're all gonna meet up at the beach and they'll wheel him in and he'll just sunbathe in the chocolate.
Be like a fucking carbonized Han Solo.
Carbonized chocolate.
Right.
Okay.
So I think what we'll do here, because I don't have the Dream Magic session prepared yet, we'll leave it here until the next session, and we'll come back to Dejar's Dream session there.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right.
Not only did we start on time, we're ending early.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't like the
So we still, well, I mean, we still probably played more than we would have normally.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
True.
Now I have a very important question. Do Mr. Grunker and Velm get to buy things first?
Yes.
Because technically we went earlier.
Yes. We'll go ahead and stop the recording here, and we can go through what you're buying.
Alright, yeah, sorry. Go on.
3, 2,